Hello. Hi. I woke up kind of late today. Hey guys. So sleepy. Hello. Good morning. Set my alarm to like... I was supposed to set it to like 9 a.m. but I actually set it to 9 p.m. But then I had another one. I had a backup like 9:45, but I woke up on my own. Like 9:30ish, and I was like, oh shit, whoops. Did you stay up to watch Octavia's stream? Yeah, I did. I watched the whole thing. The whole karaoke, and it was really good. It was so awesome. I'm still kind of waking up. Sorry, guys. That's why I wake up like an hour usually. Good morning. Enna's here. The skies have cleared. The air is clean. The flowers are bloom, and all is cheerful. I wish the air was clear. The air here is so polluted. Congrats on the cover. It was so divine. Thank you, guys. That was the last duet that was planned for like months ago. And I'm happy that we... First of all, I'm happy I didn't spoil it by accident. And yeah, this was so awesome. I got to sing with Octavio from Hollow Stars. And sorry, I'm still waking up, so my brain is not working. And I had such a privilege working with him. And you guys haven't checked it out already? Oh yeah, I need to learn how to like advertise my stuff, because I was watching him stream yesterday, and even during our stream, like he was advertising our cover, and I was like, that's how you do it, but how do you do it? I can't remember to do all these things, but here. Jane Doe! Duet with Octavio! I'll pin it. He's finally unbanned. I know, that's so crazy. I remember when he came into my chat, maybe for the first time, I think, yeah. And I wanted to mod him, but I misclicked, because I always mod people with the 3 dots, and I don't type in the /mod. And I misclicked, and I banned him. But then I thought I unbanned him. So I was like a little confused. I remember unbanning him. I'm just gonna blame my clumsiness. 2 years later, Taffy is free now. Oh man, I forgot to ask if I could call him Taffy too. I think it's such a cute nickname. I'm too shy. I just call him Octavio. I need to ask him. Should learn to use chat commands. How do I like... How do I mod people? If I write in /mod. If I write /mod, and what else do I write? /mod. Well, what happens? I need a volunteer. You can test it out on me? Okay. Does that work? That doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Yeah. What? Do I need no spaces? Alright. See? Nobody knows how to use YouTube. You need the user handle. I typed in the user handle. Girl, I'm not a streamer. Okay, girl, let me mod you. Maybe I don't need the space. Maybe like this. No, it doesn't work at all. See? It's not just me! Maybe try a coworker rather than a random Alu peep. Don't worry, I'll just unmod you. Or if I forget to unmod you, just do your job. Just mod. I never mod anyone except my colleagues and like people in the VTuber sphere, I guess. Honestly, for me, modding is more like highlighting their name so I can see them when they come in. Otherwise, I can't see anything. Maybe that's Twitch then. See? This is how you spread misinformation. Do this. Is wrong. It's okay, man. That's why I tested it out. Twitch and YouTube are different. It's okay, now you know. You're welcome. Don't think we usually need it. Our chat is overall pretty behaved. Yeah, it's usually just the one guy. I don't know if the one guy switches every Tuesday, but he like it's like a job that the one guy does that he doesn't get paid for, so it's fine. Anyways, okay, so you know, I was looking back on the collaborations that I did during the months that I was really sick, and I was really proud. I was like, when it all comes out, I'm kind of like, yeah, I did something despite having a lot of trouble during the past couple months, not years, sorry. So I made a little slideshow here, down here. We did the Want Some More, Pinana's original that she invited some of the girls to sing. That was really cool. I remember singing this. Do I still have the vocals for it? Maybe not. I don't know. I never have any of my stuff. I'm like clumsy. Yeah. I really like this song. I really like a lot of Finana's originals. Like, she works with really cool people, and very K-poppy sounding people, or J-poppy. I also, really like Ren's music too. Like, I kind of like that. I don't really make too much pop music, so I think that's why I'm really appealed to other livers who make pop music. Yeah, I really like it. And the setup was great, Ethyria, Maring, Finana, Melko. Yeah, this was awesome. I loved singing the song. I really liked how badass everyone looked. It really reminded me of like K-pop Huntrix. I loved singing the song. This was like pretty early on. And I was really worried when I was recording that I wouldn't have like the capacity to record, because this is when I first started my treatments, and I was like, okay, let's just see if we can do it, and if I can't, I'll tell her that I can't do it. But I did, so that was fine. And then the second duet that came out was my 9 Light duet with Nuri-chan. Nuri-chan asked me if we wanted to sing together like months ago, like a very, very long time ago. And a lot of the setup was just waiting for the instrumental to be like finished. So yeah, like Nuri-chan was someone that I've always wanted to collab with, like, and sing with, and fortunately I got to duet with her. And I also got to appear on her fun podcast. It's kind of like Octavio's radio show, Everybody has some sort of like radio or podcast. I should do one too, but I can't because I'm too shy. So that's why I end up being on other people's. Treatments for what? I'm sorry, I've been out of the loop. I mean, I didn't really specify anyways. I just had some health problems. I still do. Got some pretty major health stuff going on. I'm getting all the great treatments that are available to me in Canada, so I'm pretty lucky. I didn't really go too deep into it. And yeah, I'll be on it for like probably a couple years is what it's looking like. And right now I'm just trying to kind of build back my stamina and, you know, make sure everywhere else is like much healthier. I feel like you'd be a great podcaster. Are you kidding me? Have you watched any of myざつだんwith other people? I'm terrible at hosting. I'm terrible at like making conversation, as you guys have seen last night. But yeah, Ruri-chan asking me to sing was really, really heartwarming because, you know, I think the only thing that really puts me into like depression is not being able to do anything. Like if I can't work or if I can't like sing or anything, I get pretty upset. But she asked me during a time when I was really struggling and kind of helped me out of my mental drownings. You know, I was great with Printer Man. You mean Kyo? Kyo's different. Kyo's like one of my closest friends. Yeah, I'm so glad that we could sing, and you know, Ruri-chan's also really big on harmonies too, so I love that. I love it when people love harmonies. And of course, my third duet / collab was my collab with Babu. This one was supposed to come out during our anniversary, but you know, like, we always get delayed. It's pretty normal because we're always like kind of doing a bunch of stuff at the same time. Babu always sings like the most difficult songs ever because she's able to, because she's just like this really, really amazing, powerful, high range singer. And this song was really difficult for me. Out of all the songs, like, this one is literally the most difficult for me. I had to sing the lower octave because I can't belt that high. Good thing she carried me. Yeah, and I really love how we used our 4th anniversary outfit designs because I think it really fits the song. It's a very quirky song, and I love Vocaloid songs. It's just I'm too old now. I used to be able to sing stuff like this when I was like like way younger, but like right now, like my stamina, even just like without the health thing, is not very good anymore. But I don't know, Babu always has some sort of energy. She just kind of like, although she did tell me that when she tried to record this, she lost her voice a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, girl. So it was quite difficult for the both of us. Have you heard the fan mashup with Coral Noir? No, I haven't. There's a mashup? Oh my gosh, I'll look for it later. I love Coral Noir's duet for this song too. They do a lot of duets, and they have a very similar vibe. That, you know, when we first auditioned for NIJISANJI, we were saying that we kind of wanted to express some sort of similar vibe, the same as Coral Noir did, because, you know, we've been friends for a long time, we banter a lot, we like to sing, blah blah blah. Did you guys record separately? Yeah, we usually record separately, you know, because we just record separately and then we ask a mixer to like mix it all together, because we usually have our own schedules, so we can just record at our own pace. Have you mentioned the cover collab you did at the start of the year with Albin? Bro, that was like a whole other year ago. But yeah, that one was awesome. I think I almost have all of Noctix on my channel. I just have to ask Sunny and Uki. And then I got every member from Noctix duets on my channel. I would love that. I collabed with Alban and I was like... And then I had a duet with Uchan and I was like... if I just ask 2 more of them, I have the entirety of Noctix on my channel. That'd be kind of like awesome. Please, we'd love that. Yeah! I would love that too. Enka with Sunny. I think there's a couple of songs that I have in mind when I think about duetting with Sunny. They're not Enka, but they're very like... What's the word? Pretty like... They have like that hint of like traditional Japanese mix. So... we will see. I have some plans that are already coming that I'm sure you guys will probably not expect, but yeah, I hope everyone stays a little longer so that I can take my time in asking them to collab with me. I have a really hard time asking people to collab. I also just have like no capacity to do much nowadays. I'm pretty like burnt out, if I'm being quite honest. Like, I love my job and I love singing and streaming, but I'm just so tired all the time. I think I've always kind of just been like that too. I get tired. I'm pretty weak, like physically. I don't really have like the... Unfortunately, I do not have the body of like a strong singer. I'm twinky. I get lightheaded sometimes when I sing. My mom was a pretty frail person too, so... I mean, I think my dad was always like, you're much healthier than your mother. But I'm still pretty frail compared to my peers. I like... get tired quite easily. Low iron maybe? Yeah, I think it's just a combination of like genetics and also just like stress. Like, I stress pretty easily. A lot of the things come from stress. Stress is 99% of all diseases. But yeah, this duet was freaking hard. But I always say yes to Babu. All of our duets are on Babu's channel, because Babu is the one that always like hosts them. I feel kind of bad because like I feel like I love singing with Babu. And so I feel like I need to ask her to sing on my channel. But like, you know, for me it's all the same, whether it's on someone else's channel or mine. It doesn't really matter. I'm just happy she wants to sing with me again. All these years. Low-key, when I was doing the health stuff, I was like, maybe this is one of our last duets ever. I honestly kept thinking I was gonna die. Like, no joke. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because... because I'm probably not gonna be here for too long. Which is not true, I think. Seeing where I am today. But at the time, I was like, you know... maybe I need to... just muster up a little bit more energy, because maybe I don't know how long I'll be able to, you know, stay alive for... I'm very dramatic though, so don't listen to me. All my doctors were like, you have all the best treatments here, okay? And I was like, okay. I was a pretty negative person. But yeah. Also, I definitely don't want this to be our last duet because I did not do very well. So, it won't be. I need to think of another song to sing with her. Maybe something that highlights like... Babu has a really good voice just in general, but my favorite songs from her are always the ones that are very... like ballads. She's really good at ballads. I don't think people see that as much. Like her original song, what's it called? It was called One One More Time or like One Last Time, I believe. It was such a good song. That's my favorite from her. One More Gaze, sorry. I get the titles mixed up. One More Gaze is really, really good. Yeah, I also really like Sana Ako Na Lang. That one I really like too. So I'll try to see if I can think of a song that can highlight that part of her voice. Yeah, the sad songs. I like sad songs. And what else? And yeah. And also she's a harmony freak, so I love that. Babu is like a harmony freak too. She's always like every time we're in karaoke, we sing and then we both switch to the harmonies. It's like those TikToks. And this is before like TikTok existed and had that sort of thing. Yes, we came from an era where TikTok did not exist. You know those TikToks where they're like, you and your friend when you try to harmonize, and it's like, ah! It's funny. That's literally me and Bob. We're the OGs, guys. Like this happened way before Vine, TikTok, Instagram. We were always like that. That's funny. Both harmony, no one sings the main. I know, nobody wants to sing the main. Both of you and Millie have such a huge gap mole with your vocals. Etheria's talking versus singing voices are truly peak. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Millie sounds too different from her singing voice. Like, I think she's pretty much similar. I think it's just that she's not very serious usually when she's talking. Like, she's always fooling around. So it's also the atmosphere too. And then when she calms down and sings, I think whenever she sings in a lower register, it really like is surprising because, you know, it's like a more intimate side of her. But overall, I think her voice doesn't really change too much. I'm very aware that my voice changes. I already had a lot of trouble speaking as a kid. Like in school, I would never speak. I was like really... Like, I know a lot of people would be like, yeah, I didn't really speak in school too, but actually I like never spoke. Like, I was too anxious to speak. I had a lot going on back at home. So going to school every day anxious was like it made me even more anxious. So I literally never spoke. And when I did speak, nobody could ever hear me. To the point where if I had to like present, you know, if I had to present something in class and stuff, I could never do it because I was just too anxious. A lot of the times my teachers would be nice and ask me to present to them just solo after school, and that's how I would kind of pass. But we have this thing in Canada called oral communication. It's alongside reading and writing. Of course, like reading and writing, I had no trouble. But with oral communication, I never passed it because oral communication is probably the easiest for most people because all you really have to do is participate in class. Like, all you have to do is raise your hand, do class presentations. It wasn't really about like doing things right or giving the right answers. It was just the fact that you participated in class and they grade you on that, and I never got over like 50% on that because I was too anxious. I had teachers like that. They're the real ones. Yeah, really, I really couldn't do it. I had some classmates make fun of me because I would always shake. And my voice would be so like raspy and like quiet, and they'd kind of poke fun at it. It was really hard. I really did not like school. Like, if I had to trade anything for it, I probably would. School was a very difficult time. It was a time where I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You know, I always had this like humor thing inside my head. You know, like the way that I talk to you guys. Maybe a little less cynical, but like I always, you know, had a huge, pretty much like a huge like I was pretty conscious, you know? It's not like I wasn't thinking about anything in my head, but I could never get it out, you know? I was too anxious. I didn't know how to explain it to my parents either. Ever since I was little, I'd be telling my mom, like, I don't really want to go to school. I always feel nervous. My stomach hurts. My voice doesn't feel good. You know when you, like, feel, like, really anxious, like, certain parts of your body hurts? For me, it was always my stomach and my voice. That still happens sometimes to this day, but I don't really know what happened. I think once I got out of the environment with living with my mom because she was sick, and I started living with my dad, I changed quite a bit. I started to speak to more people, and then ever since I started working, it really helped me. So, yeah. If you asked me at the age, if you guys asked me when I was like 16 where I'd be today, I wouldn't even imagine it. It's a huge change. It feels like I went into like a parallel universe, because I could never even just speak to people normally. Now I speak to people, and people, like, it's funny because now I speak and people like are quite opinionated about me. So it's quite interesting to see the dynamic, because I never had presence before, but now I have a little bit, and people are like, what the fuck do you think you are? So you know, but that's just life. Life is just like that. It's really difficult, but one day we won't be here anymore anyways. So might as well just live it and see where it goes. But yeah, actually, Bubba and I, like, she's been there to see it all, so I hope we get to sing more. I need to come up with a song for us to sing next time. That's one of my goals, is to get her to sing with me again. And get her to sing like a song that has a lot of harmonies, and maybe a ballad, because I like to hear her sing more of those songs. Okay, and my last duet slash collab that I was working on was the one that premiered yesterday with the infamous Maestro. And I saw some people call him the sickly Victorian child, which I died laughing. Like, who calls their Oshi a sickly Victorian child? None other than Octavio. Yesterday before we streamed, I was like, does Octavio have a last name? And I looked at his channel, and he doesn't. I didn't realize that some people don't have a last name. That's interesting. I probably didn't need to have a last name either. Seeing you grow as a person is really inspiring. Makes me happy. You bring joy to us all. Thank you, Michael. Oh my god, are you from Canada? It's a Canadian currency. But I like that. Thank you. You know, it's like an up and down thing. Sometimes I grow, sometimes I de-evolutionize, sometimes I grow again. Sorry, I was like looking at the stream health because my internet was kind of wonky. But yeah, yesterday I got the privilege of being on Octavio's stream. It was actually his birthday yesterday too. Technically it is still his birthday because time zones. So if you haven't said happy birthday to him, please make sure you do, because he worked really hard to do all of this. But yeah, like, it was quite a few months ago when he reached out to ask to sing. I was really happy about it because, you know, I had also wanted to sing with him alongside a bunch of other people, but you know, I never reach out, which is a huge problem. Sometimes I don't reach out and people think that I hate them, or like try to, like, you know, exclude them or something, but honestly I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just really nervous and shy all the time. I know it's very hard to believe, but he reached out to me, which I really appreciated, especially because, you know, we're from different companies, so he's the one that made the move on this collaboration. And he also picked the song too. At the time, I don't think I really knew this song because I'm very, very uncultured like that. So he showed me this song and he was like, "This is probably the song that I think would fit us." And I listened to it and I instantly fell in love. I have a huge bias towards Utada Hikaru. And Kenshi Yonezu is like, oh, not only a pretty good singer, but he's actually an amazing composer that ever since I was like 13 or 14, like his music has always been so good. He went under a different name at the time. Before he was Kenshi Yonezu, he was, I believe his name was like Hachi something, no? I forget. I can't remember. But he made songs like Matryoshka, Panda Hero. Yeah, that was all Kenshi Yonezu. So I've been a huge fan of his music. And when he wrote like Jane Doe and sang it with Utada Hikaru and Octavio showed me the song, I was like blown away. I was like, this is the collab of the year. This is so like crazy to me, you know, like all these like really talented artists coming together to sing a song, and the song is a banger. And I was just like, oh, we have to cover this. And it was really funny because like in the same week where Octavio asked me to sing this song, I hadn't realized that, first of all, I hadn't realized that Chainsaw Man had a movie because I don't really keep up with Chainsaw Man. But one of my friends asked me if I want to watch Chainsaw Man in the theaters with her, and I was like, yeah, of course. I watched it, and you know, the movie was pretty okay. But then this song appeared at the end of the movie, and I was like, wait, I know this song. It was like, and I was like, whoa, this song was written for Chainsaw Man. I was like, what? I like stayed for the credit, listened to the whole song, and I was like, yes. I was like trying to learn it, you know? I was like, whoa, what is this like? You know? This is such a big coincidence. Like, this is a song that was sung for the ending of the Chainsaw Man movie by Kenshi Yonezu and Utada Hikaru. Like, my worlds are colliding. But yeah, despite it sounding like it's a simple song because it's slow and you know, you aren't really required to like belt or anything, it was quite difficult. I think it was really difficult because Utada Hikaru is a pretty complex singer. She ad-libs a lot. She has her own style of singing, so you know, to kind of like lean away from that makes it hard, especially the ad-libs at the end. Octavio obviously sounded so great. I actually prefer his voice with this song more because, well, probably because I'm biased, but also I think he just has a really good tone for this song. Like, he's the type of guy who's able to sing really gently or belts very strong. And I think he told me that he had a little bit of trouble not sounding too powerful because it wouldn't have fit the song. And I think he found a good balance in the end because when he starts singing, like, definitely a very rich tone coming from him, because usually he sings like really high, but his starter verses were quite low, and it highlighted a very different part of his voice that I don't usually hear, and I really liked it. I think it was really awesome. He sounded so good. He also mixed the whole thing too, and I was surprised because I was like, oh, you're gonna mix it too? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna mix it, blah blah blah. And then like about like a couple months later, he was like, oh, by the way, I'm making the video too, if you could check it out and give me some feedback. I was like, bro, why are you doing everything? That's crazy. Can I help or anything? And he's like, no, it's okay, I already got it. Like, I already started. I was just thinking of making the video. I was like, what? Oh my god, you're the avatar. Yeah, it was really awesome. Also, you know, our MV is very different from like the original MV versus like, and also some other covers, because we don't have that like 3D spinning bench thingy. And you know, it's very different and I really like it. I like the uniqueness of our MV as well. It was very, very like, it was just as like intimate like it's supposed to be because of the song. But yeah, I think his vision for the MV, his technical mixing, and on top of that, his amazing singing was a really good surprise. I was like, whoa, this guy can do anything. That means that I can just ask for help. It's another friend I made that I can maybe ask for help if I ever need it. And yeah, it's just always nice to have friends around you who can do so many things. I just made it sound like I'm just using him, which is not true, but you know, I'm not good at wording things. Yeah, he's just so passionate. I can really tell he really loves music. I was really awkward on his stream. And I was really nervous too because, you know, I've never been on like a Hollow Stars person stream. So I was quite nervous because I know like not everyone has a good image of me or NIJISANJI, but you know, it was just really refreshing to see just a guy who loves music wanting to collab with a girl who likes music. That's really about it. I'm just a normal person. Yeah, it was really fun actually. And you know, I didn't really want to say too much on the stream because I felt like maybe if I said too much, it would kind of embarrass him. And I mean, I know how it feels because he was complimenting me so much, and I was like, and I noticed that whenever I compliment him, he would also kind of be like, oh yes, anyways. I'd be like, oh my god, same coin, but different sides. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys can give your support to like Hollow Stars, that would be awesome. You know, and not just Hollow Stars too, like just everyone, like Hololive, indie VTubers, us. We all work really hard, you know, despite, you know, being in different companies, or even if you're not under a company, we're all working towards the same thing. We're all aiming for the same thing. So, you know, I hope you guys can at least take a chance and check people out once in a while. You know, form your own opinions about individuals. You know, make your own decisions on who you'd like to support and stuff. But overall, like, everyone is just aiming to, you know, create entertainment for you guys, have fun with the connections that they make, stuff like that. And yeah, please, like, again, please check out Octavio. He works really hard. He's really funny. And I'm gonna try to set up like a Night Rain collab with him. And I have to say that all the time because I will forget. So let's just hang out, have a good time. VTubers make me so emotional. Yeah, I'm really happy I got to collab with all these people. Just like inside of Niji and outside of Niji. Like, I think there was a really good balance. And I'm really happy, like, despite the couple months that I couldn't stream, I did so much singing and recording with different people. I kind of feel like I want to do it again. Like, I don't want to go on hiatus or anything, but, you know, it's really hard to find time to record when I'm streaming every day. So I was like, maybe I should, like, really try to do shorter streams and then a little bit more music, because that's kind of what I wanted to do in the beginning. But, you know, sometimes I do really miss you guys if I don't stream. I love talking to you guys. I really like to get to know you guys. Like, I'm never gonna really know everyone individually, but, you know, just like as a fleeting moment, I would love to get to know everyone as best as I can. Do what you find most fun. Yeah, I like doing everything. I just can't manage it. I don't know how people like Octavio, Millie, Duty-chan, you know, all my colleagues, my friends, I don't know how they manage it. Elira streams like every single day for hours. I don't know how she doesn't get tired. She just kind of says like, I just love streaming. I'm like, girl, I love streaming too, but like, I can't keep up. I think I'm just a weak ass bitch. Like, I'm just so frail. I can't keep up. My voice hurts. My stomach hurts. My back hurts. Some motherfuckers are just built different. Yeah, I know. I'm actually just like genetically inferior. Like, that is so unfair. I'm like, I want to do these things too. I can't. I don't even have strength to do karaoke anymore. I'll try to do a karaoke this month. I'm going to the gym a couple days a week, so I'm trying to get back my stamina, but you know, I'll try to set one up. It's about time I did one. It's not like I don't want to do one. It takes me so much mental and physical stamina for me to do it. I'm just a weak ass bitch. I'm sorry, guys. Your bird is really weak. I just don't sound weak because I'm always talking shit and, you know, being like, what the fuck, motherfucker, you know. But I'm pretty sickly. I get like, I'm nauseous all the time because if I'm in a car or like if I'm in a bus or an airplane, I'm just nauseous. Like, damn, who gave me these jeans? So funny. I know, I saw a couple of super chats I didn't want to miss because I think they were like a part of this topic. Yu-san, super chat ありがとう。えな、こんばんは。えなを好きになっていつの、すみません。日本語。Hold on. えなを好きになっていつの間にか1年経っていました。わー Thank you! ありがとうこの前は私の作ったステマシートを見つけてくれてありがとう。日本の人にもっとエナを好きになってもらえるように広めます。ずっと大好き。ありがとう Thank you! They said good evening. It's already been a whole year since I've started to find and like you. Thank you so much for finding the promotional sheet that I made the other day. ゆうさん、本当にありがとうございます。ちょっと遅くなったけど、本当に見たの時、本当に嬉しいです。ありがとう。So, Yu-san made like a, sort of like a promotional tweet, I guess, on Twitter. On my birthday. I missed it for like 3 weeks though. I saw it like randomly and I was like, oh no. And it was really cool. Like when you click on it, it gives a little bit of information about me. So, and it's mostly for I think the Japanese speaking Alu peeps, so they can get kind of like a introduction to who I am. So that's really cool. And I'm really grateful that, you know, anybody would make that for me, so thank you so much, Yu-san. Thank you. Yeah, it was very cool. I don't know how people make stuff where you can click and they can like measure it so that the summary and stuff doesn't appear like in the thumbnail, but then when you click on it, it's like, I don't know. That's like some really good graphic design. Isa, thank you so much for the super. Thank you for the beautiful cover. You both sounded amazing and have always been my favorite vocalists, so I really appreciate your efforts. Happy I can watch your streams again too, missed you. Thank you, Isa, my oomfie! My oomfie! Whenever I need to find like tweets of my Oshi, I don't need to tweet about my Oshi because my oomfies will, you know? Sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, hell yeah. My manager has, not my current one, but my old manager has told me like, why are you following your fans? And I was like, so that I could follow my Oshis in Niji without being the follower, but without being so vocal about it, because they're doing it for me. Like, I feel like when I need to like Oshi my Oshis, but they're my colleagues and my friends, it's kind of embarrassing. So I have like these oomfies that I like to like have on my TL so that, you know, their expression It's like how I feel. She said all that, but she doesn't even follow me. Do I not? You're always on my Twitter. Am I not? I thought I already did. You're literally on my Twitter even right now! Bugging my Oshis, bugging other people about my Oshis. Literally every second of every day. Don't worry, I won't tell everyone who your real Oshi is. It's a secret. I just yap a lot? No way. Oh, you're so right, I don't. You yap so much that I actually thought that I followed you. That's crazy. Well, anyways, that's fixed. Oh yeah, like, speaking of being really clumsy and not following people and stuff like that, I can't believe I banned Octavio for like 2 years. Well, it was only 2 years because he didn't want to tell me earlier. He wanted to do like this grand performance, which was really funny. Not related, but I just wonder if Enna has some of the younger audiences. I don't know, man. I don't know who's young. I feel like all you guys are old. I don't understand. I don't know how to tell between young and old. Unless we're talking about like CDs and stuff. Then I can tell who's old. But yeah, I can't believe I blocked him. I feel so bad. I was like, no way I blocked you. Come on, I remember unblocking you. And then I was going through my hidden users list. And I was like, oh shit. Oh my god. I really did block you. Whoops. I feel so bad. I identify as young and hip. Okay. Good for you. I was 18 or 19 when I first started? No way. What the fuck? That's... I don't see anything. Yeah, I felt so bad. I just want everyone to know that's... I mean, I'm sure you guys already know. I'm really clumsy. I don't know why. I think I just become clumsier as I get older. I just always do these things. I don't do it on purpose. It's not a brand thing. I mean, it's a part of my brand now because I do it by accident, but I don't do it on purpose. I am genuinely just really clumsy. Like, even in real life, I'm like... Also, I think yesterday when I DM'd Octavio, I was like... After his karaoke, I was like, Otsu, you did so well. And he's like, thank you. And then he was like, I'm really sorry that I put you on the spot with the hidden user thing. But I knew that it would be really funny. And I was like, don't worry. And I misread that whole sentence. I was like, yeah, don't worry. I was just really confused because your internet had already DC'd once. So I thought it was that. I literally thought he was talking about the silence thing. I thought he was saying, sorry I put you on the spot and like did the awkward silence thing. I don't know why. I read it and I completely got the wrong, like, I was like, what? And then I was like, yeah, don't worry. I actually thought you just DC'd again. So, and yeah, I completely didn't recognize at the time of our conversation that he was talking about the whole banning thing. I thought he was talking about the awkward silence trick prank that he pulled. And I don't know why, but I read it and then I'm not really reading. I don't understand how to explain it. I read something and I just don't actually read it. Does that make any sense? Anyways, I like saw it. I like reread it because sometimes I get nervous and I reread a conversation to make sure I didn't spell anything wrong. And I was like, what? What am I writing? Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. Brain fog is real. Yeah, guys, I get like really bad brain fog sometimes, but even when I don't, I'm still pretty fucking stupid. Sorry, guys. I'm just so naturally funny. I don't think I'm funny. I think I'm genuinely just really dumb. Unfortunately, your songbird is kind of dumb. You know how some people pretend to be dumb, like Millie, and they're like, oh yeah, actually, if you combine these chemicals, it makes iron. I don't fucking know what makes iron. I don't know anything. I'm just actually dumb. What happens when you don't continue your education? I don't know how I passed reading with like 98%. I definitely didn't read. Not dumb, just tojiko. Tojiko wa nani? Tojiko. Dojiko. I don't know. Oh, clumsy. Oh. Okay, I'm really dumb, but I feel like my morals are intact, okay? Every time I reflect on stuff, I'm like, I don't think that I am really. I don't think I really think that my morals are intact. Like, I just can't see how this is completely wrong, you know? That's just me. Or I'm really dumb and stubborn, which is a bad combo, but... Your introspection is strong. Yeah, well, sometimes I'm really ahead in that sort of stuff. And I get so... Like, my friends... For example, okay, like, my friends will sometimes make a new friend. And I'm like... Look, man. I don't know about this one. I don't know. I don't have any proof. But I don't know about this one. This is just a gut feeling. And they're always like, look, it's not good to judge. I'm like, I'm not judging. Because I've already met them. I talked to them. And I think after meeting and talking to someone, I'm allowed to, like, place a judgment, okay? Like, it's not like I haven't seen them or something. And I'm like, you know what? But I'm never gonna stop you. You can do whatever you want. And I'll always be here for you if something happens. And I, like, 98% of the time, I'm not even joking. It's a really high statistic for me personally. Like, through my experiences. Most of my friends will always come back and be like, oh my god, you were right. And I was like, well, I don't want to be that person that's like, I told you. But I was like, girl, I'm gonna give you some points of what was really obviously very not good about this one person. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they're like, yeah, I just didn't. I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, and, that's why I never really, like, just tell people, like, oh, you should just listen to me. I think I should always have a chance to be wrong, I should always have a chance to be wrong. I should never, ever think that I am always right. That is how you will always be wrong. Does that make sense? It's like this weird, like, monkey's paw theory sort of thing. But what if you are right? If I'm right, I'm right. But that doesn't mean that the next time I will be right. If I'm right today, I might not be right tomorrow. But if I'm right today and I think that I'm right tomorrow, I'm already wrong. Does that make sense? So, I always give myself the chance to be wrong about something. It's just how it should be. That's why whenever I see other people be like, no, I am not wrong. I'm like, you are already wrong. Like, you can't think like this. You always must think that there must be something that you can't always be right. That's just how it is. I don't know how to explain it. If you believe me, you believe me. If you don't, you don't. That's just how I go. That's my philosophy. Yeah, you must be flexible. Yeah. Like, I'm really serious about this. Like, you must always think that there's a chance that you could be wrong. There's a chance that you might have made the mistake. Because as soon as you stop thinking like that, like, you will always just be wrong. Because it's... like, that's just how it is. That's just how I've lived my life. Like, you gotta give people a chance, So even if I do have a really strong gut feeling, I still ignore it. Which gets me into a lot of shit. I'm like, damn, I really ignored it. I'm not really good at protecting myself. So even if I have a gut feeling, I'm kind of like... I'm pretty, like... dumb in that regard. But, I never want to take away my opportunity to really get to know somebody. But mansplaining feels so good. I don't think there's anything too bad about mansplaining. I mean, if you're, like, doing it too much, I guess it's maybe annoying. But I think if you do it a certain way, it's fine. I have, like, a lot of these guy friends who always mansplain, and I really don't mind. Like, I almost like it, especially during certain things. Like, if we're all playing board games and there's my one guy friend who's really good at board games, and he's mansplaining stuff and lore, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's go! But what if you're wrong of thinking you're wrong, but also right, which makes you wrong? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna read that and think about it. It's too difficult. I literally woke up too late today. You said you like being mansplained by Vanta about Night Rain. Well, Well, yeah, because I don't have to look it up myself. You can just tell me, and if I think that there's something that isn't right, then I'll just go and research that myself. But, you know, like if it's stuff about like Night Rain or video games, like yeah, even if you are wrong, it doesn't matter because it's still fun. But, you know, if people are mansplaining about like philosophy and stuff like that, I will try to form my own opinions. You know, sometimes you don't have to have an opinion. Sometimes I'll just listen to someone and be like, hell yeah! Yeah, that character does seem like the type of character to be like, you know, to be like this and that. I'm like, yeah! I don't really like think too much. I don't like to think too much, actually. It's more likely just autism and people are bad at noting social cues, but if someone is informed in a particular topic, they're excited to share their knowledge. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, some people are not able to really read social cues, and that's okay, but I think that's different, though. I think you can always tell if somebody has, like, the right intentions or not, you know, most of the time. So even if they lack social cues or like they have trouble kind of like understanding like when to be in a certain way, you can I think for the most part you can really tell. I've worked with a lot of kids who had autism, and they're one of the sweetest people I've ever worked with. It's really difficult for them to, you know, understand social cues and stuff like that, but you can really tell that they're really pure in what they do, and it's really incredible to see like the same kids that I worked with who have autism. They are so smart. It's really it's almost kind of scary. I remember there was like this 4-year-old that could like build blocks, but not like build blocks like just vertically. Like they made like a whole like complicated Minecraft castle, and I took a picture of it. I was like, this is incredible. I was like, you are the smartest kid I've ever met in my life. And they're like, hee. Do you want to know how I did it? And I was like, yes, please tell me. And then they were like, okay, so basically la 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 la, and I did not understand one thing. I was like, I cannot believe you made this Minecraft looking castle. I can't. It's the type of stuff that you see like those Pokapia builds on twitter.com. Like, it's like that sort of advanced thing. I was like, what the? You're 4. You have only lived 4 years and you have already understood how to do this. I can't even do that. That's so crazy. But yeah, my point is that, you know, I feel like I can almost always kind of tell when someone is not their intention isn't to be like malicious, which is most of the time. They say that Einstein was undiagnosed but on the autism spectrum. Well, we all know he's like one of the smartest guys on the planet. He was also pretty wise too. I don't really know if a lot of the things he said came from him, but you know how sometimes there's like quotes flying around on the internet. It's like something Einstein. I'm like, wow, that's really wise. This guy was really smart and wise. Crazy. Yeah. Maybe Albert Einstein. Yeah, it's really incredible. I really love getting to know people. I know it's really ironic because I don't reach out and stuff, but once I do work with people or like meet people, they're so interesting. Everyone is so different. Everyone is so interesting. Like, I'm even interested in like watching. That's why I'm so interested in watching like these docu-series on like criminals and stuff. First of all, I would never want to meet a criminal. I don't feel safe. But I have to admit, I love watching those sort of docu-series and documentaries because like how they think and everything is just so different. I just don't understand them, and that's what kind of like motivates me to know more about, you know. But of course, like I would never want to show up in front of like someone like, for example, Ted Bundy. Like I would be like scared for my life. I would be like, I'd probably have a panic attack and be like, oh my god, please, no. Oh yes, Rotten Mango. I love their content. But sometimes honestly it gets so scary. Like she talks about the stories, and sometimes she gets really intense, and I actually get scared. It's really hard to get scared, I think, if somebody's just talking about a story. But like, she does a really good job. Yeah, her storytelling is really so good that sometimes I can't finish it because I'm too scared. And that's with like no image or like, you know, no scary photos or anything. She's just like talking about it. Yeah, she really gets into it, and sometimes I'm like, girl, this is too scary. I can't anymore. Stephanie and her husband, yeah, they have really good chemistry. So, and then sometimes it actually, like, her husband being there is sort of like, I think probably her husband being there is like sort of an emotional support for her, because it's probably equally as scary to talk about those things. And given how intense she talks about them, I'm sure she gets scared too. So sometimes they have like these cuts where she's telling the story, and then they kind of like cut or pan to her husband being like, asking questions like, why did he did that? Why did he do that? And I'm just like, oh my god, finally a little break into like reality, like a safe place, a mental health break, you know? It's so funny. Yeah, she connects so much personal stories and makes it feel even more real. Yeah, it can really freak me out sometimes. I used to watch her like all the time. I haven't really watched her too much lately, but I used to watch her all the time, and I couldn't ever watch her during the nighttime because it was just too scary. I could only really listen to her stories in the morning. But yeah, you guys should check out like Rotten Mango, because it was really good, and like I love her content. They're very like scary though, so if you can't really handle scary stories and stuff like that, like just you know, maybe watch something else. Yeah. Fee, thank you so much for the supa. Enna, your duet with Tavi was amazing. So sad I couldn't watch the premiere or your recent streams. Life has me by the throat. Girl, me too! But the good news is that I'll be preparing for post-grad studies soon. Wish me luck. Here's some Duit Raya. What is that? Thank you. What? Sounds like a fruit. Love you. Thank you. Good luck on your post-grad studies. And, you know, whenever you have time, you're always welcome to hang out with us. Even if you don't have time. So, thank you so much for checking out our duet as well. Like Red Pocket, but it's for you. Oh, really? That's what it's called? Let me Google it. That's so cool. I don't know if I said it right. Duit Laya? How to pronounce? Like a hongbao? Uh-huh. I like how I asked for Google to help me pronounce it, but they just wrote Duit Raya. Okay. Let's see. Do it. Raya. Thank you so much. It sounds okay. Thank you. Thank you for being honest. Sappy, thank you so much for the supa. I'm so proud with every single cover you did. Thank you for collabing with everyone. Please take your time with everything and take care. Thank you so much, Sappy. Yeah, I'm really happy too. And I hope I can collab with all these wonderful people again. Cause you know, they gave me pretty much at the time, I mean, they don't know this, but just them asking to sing with me gave me a really big purpose to keep fighting. You know, keep fighting to be healthy, keep fighting to be myself and stuff. Like, sometimes I'm pretty doubtful. I'm like, man, all these things happening, and I'm just kind of like, what's going on? But, you know, just my friends, my colleagues reaching out to me and, you know, telling me that they want to sing with me. Like, I'm just some girl who says stuff, and then sometimes people are like, yay! And sometimes people are like, boo! And I'm like, just a normal lady here. Yeah, I'm so happy. Also really proud of myself for like doing all of this while being on the most strong medications I have ever experienced in my life. So you're like that one guy meme that points to himself. Yeah, that's me? I need to like make a version of that for myself. Thank you guys. And also, of course, thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to my Alu peeps and just, you know, you guys sticking around. Going out of your way to telling me, like, whenever you guys are going through hardships and stuff. Or, like, getting promoted on your jobs or graduating school. Like, thank you for always telling me about your life. I am equally as interested in what's happening with everyone else's life because, you know, I like to feel like I'm not alone. I like to feel like I'm not the only one with problems. Because if I feel like I'm the only one with problems, I feel a little more upset because I'm like, well, what? Does God only hate me? Like, so, yeah, thank you guys. You guys have been really supportive. It's not easy supporting me, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I do my best. But, yeah, I'm just really happy that I get to be here. Really happy to just get to sing. I'll try to do a karaoke this month. I'll try to form a set list. I'll probably want to sing stuff that's more soft. It'll be a good way to, like, you know, get back into it. So stuff that doesn't require too much energy. But yeah, I'll try to form a set list. Like a set list of gentle songs. And then I'm gonna sing one song that's like la la sha la 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 la. It's my 2-year Annie as an Alu peep. You've gotten me through so many tough times. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Makami Ushi Eternal. Thank you. Shiro Xero. I can't read X's. Oh my god, Sunny Briscoe! Sunny, your karaoke was so good! I did fall asleep halfway though, because it was like 4 AM. But I love your Shiki no Uta! Oh my god, I didn't think anybody would know that song. It's a really popular song. But nobody really ever sings it, you know? It's like one of my favorite songs, and then Sunny sang it, and I was like, yes! Finally! Somebody sings a song that I know! I like Sunny's karaoke because he always sings songs that I know, and I'm like, yes. That's how you know we're from the same generation. I butchered the hell out of it. Your rendition is legendary. Alright, you know, like, I feel like no matter what I say, you're just not gonna take my compliments, but I just want you to know you're one of my favorite singers, and that's all. You're not gonna ever change that, so too bad. Listen to Sunny's karaoke, everybody. It was also recently his birthday. There's so many birthdays in April. Everybody who was born in April gets to bloom with the cherry blossoms. I don't know why my birthday is in February. You know, my birthday is at a very inconvenient time. Every single year, I'm like, oh man, I have to do this. Congrats on your Jane Doe cover, by the way. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good people are born in April. Oh, thanks, man. What the fuck? What about everyone else? There's like 11 other months. It's my birthday today. Thank you for saying. Oh my gosh, happy birthday to you too. It's been an incredibly sunny month. No, it hasn't. You know what's been happening to Canadian weather? It'll be like 20 degrees on a Friday, and then on a Sunday, it'll be -2. It's been incredibly terrible. I don't know what's happening, but this is how people get sick. Like, the temperature differences between 2 days is ginormous. Like, it's just been... at one point, it was 20 degrees, and then the next day, it would be so cold, it snowed. What is happening, guys? Like, what is happening? This is so bad. Yeah, it's a really weird... Like, this is a very weird spring. I do not want to be here right now. It has not been a sunny day. It has been sunny and then snowy. I miss the old Canada where it was just either winter, spring, summer, or fall. Yeah, it is really extreme, unfortunately. I don't know what's happening. I think that's part of why, like, I feel sick most of the time. Like, you know, when temperatures change too fast, people get sick. Like, that's literally me all the time. I'm like, ugh, I don't feel so good. Ugh, my head hurts. Ugh. Like, everything hurts. Desperately not looking forward to summer. Yeah, I don't know. The summers used to be very, like, cooling in Canada, but now it's just, like, Japan, and I don't like summer in Japan. Happy birthday to my fellow April brothers. What about your April sisters? John! I'm just gonna say brothers and sisters now are all gender neutral. Like, I find that recently I've been pretty much saying to every person, like, girl. like I don't know when this started, but no matter who it is, whenever my friends do something and I'm kind of like, are you sure about that? I'll just automatically, without even thinking, I'll just be like, girl. I know, it's so versatile. Like, I used to do like bro, like to everyone. But now my new gender neutral word is girl. No, I can't help it. I don't know what's happening. It's just the new age. Happy birthday to my April sisters. Thank you, John. Thank you. Happy birthday to all of our April brothers and sisters. Some girls also use bro to other girls. Yeah, that was me too. This is a very real phenomenon. Yeah, it's really... I'm very welcoming of this new phenomenon. Or sometimes, honestly, I'll just be like, you're such a diva. Like, I don't know what's happening. I keep saying yes, yes. Like, you're such a diva. Girl, like, I can't stop saying these things. I think it's because I'm watching the last season of Queer Eye. Is anybody in the chat watching Queer Eye? They're on their last season. And I'm really taking my time watching every episode because they're never gonna do another season again. And I can't stop saying stuff like, girl, yes, because I've been watching like pretty much one episode every other day. Yeah, like, I'm so sad Queer Eye is like gonna be over soon. Yeah, there's a new season and it's also their last one, like their official last one. I'm really sad. I've been watching them like for the whole 10 years. I love them so much. Bro and girl aren't genders, they're moods. So true, so true. You guys need to watch it, it's really good. I love Queer Eye. Is this current season or previous? I think it's current? Queer Eye last season. This is season, I believe, 10. Yeah. So it started streaming in January. But, you know, I was really busy with other stuff, so I only started recently watching it now. Queer Eye or Clear Eye? Queer Eye. Sorry, I'm mumbling probably. Oh my god, my favorite Queer Eye member has slowly become Jeremiah. He's just so sweet. He cries like every episode. He's such a sweet person. Like, everything touches his heart. It's so funny. He just cries all the time. I just think it's so funny. There's like this one episode where this woman was like really refusing to do one of the activities that would help her, like, you know, help her kind of come out of her shell. And this member of Queer Eye, Jeremiah, he was like, this was the first time I've ever seen him mad. And he was even so empathetic when he was mad. He was like, what's going on? And I was like, I've never seen anyone get pissed but also just equally as empathetic. Like, it was such a weird balance, but it was so nice to see. I thought it was really funny. It was like, what's going on? You can't do this. Do you want to improve yourself? Remember that you're doing this for your daughters. And I'm just like, damn. This guy is so genuine. Amazing acting. I don't think he's acting. I think all of these people are just themselves. I think, like, obviously there's like always a barrier between what we see, you know, on media versus who they actually are. But, you know, like, most of the time, like, who they actually are is also presented, you know? It's just, we filter out the troublesome stuff. Like, you know, whenever whenever I feel sad about something specific, I'm not gonna be on stream being like, this made me sad, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna do that. That's just, you know, it's stuff that you guys don't need to know because that's my problem, you know? Yeah, so I feel like, you know, when I watch stuff like Queer Eye, I don't think they're being disingenuine. I think they're mostly being themselves and filtering the parts where they don't really need to show to others, you know? Like, I think especially with the younger generation, they always think that they have to know everything, or even subconsciously they think they have to know everything about, you know, the idols and the people that they admire on social media, but you really don't, you know? Whatever that they do and the mistakes that they make and stuff like that, if they don't want to show it, and if it's like a personal thing and it's their problem, like, it really shouldn't affect the fans too much. Like, I'm not really talking about, like, if someone gets murdered and, like, they're a murderer, then yeah, like, that's a little different. But, you know, everybody has their problems and everybody has, you know, their flaws and stuff. But you don't have to witness these things and then immediately think like, oh, they're not perfect. Like, no one's perfect. If you are going into anything thinking that someone is perfect, I think you really need to think again. That's all I'm gonna say, so I think it's unfortunately a very difficult route to be in. Okay, let me read a few more super chats so I don't get too left behind. Yoo-woo! Ew! Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Hi, Anna. I want to share the love that I just beat the final boss in Nightwing 5 minutes ago. Oh my god. Proud of you. Your love of Nightwing really rubbed off on me and got me interested in playing my first Souls-like. No way! Your first Souls-like is Nightwing? That's difficult. Nightwing is really fast, but I'm glad you're enjoying it, and awesome. I'm so proud of you for beating the final boss. That is not easy at all. You should really try out Elden Ring, so you know the lores. And Shadow of the Erdtree. If you really like Nightwing, I would really recommend it. Thank you so much. You pronounced it right the first time? Yippee! I know how to read. Tata! Thank you so much for the ice cream! Yum yum yum. Oh my god, I really want ice cream. Oh man. I want ice cream now. Ah! Praise the Erdtree! Kylie, thank you so much for the supa. The cover saved my entire life. Thank you, Enna and Octavia, for saving my life. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Kylie, for listening to our duet cover and being really sweet about it. Thank you. It's so funny. So funny whenever you guys are like, you saved my life. I love how, like, I really love when I have a bunch of, like, people talking about who they oshi and stuff like that, cause like, I don't know. I feel like it's not that I can't do it, but I don't want to spam my Twitter too much talking about my oshis. Well, I just feel a little more, like, shy about it. So when you guys do it, I'm kind of like, yippee! Yippee! You know? Yeah. I love it. Sometimes my managers are like, just remember that this is your work account. And I'm like, okay, sorry. I mean, you know, my managers do make a point. It is my work account. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I get the hint. Sumimasen. Whoopsie daisies. Should make another account, you know, so where I can, like, be my true form. But nowadays, I don't really like to be on Twitter. Like, I like the little community that we have, but sometimes I get tweets from outside, and I'm just like, what is this? Why do I have tweets of, like, this random, like, girl, like, ordering McDonald's and getting in trouble for it? Like, well, what is this? Like, I don't know what I'm seeing. There's also just, like, these super duper random people. They're not even a part of the VTuber community or, like, anything that I follow. It's just some random thing. I'm just so confused. I'm just so confused. Like, what are these things? Are you on the For You page? Because it's mostly engagement stuff. Oh, yeah, it is. I didn't even see the 2 tabs on top. I thought it was just one. See, guys, I don't know how to use Twitter. Oh, that's how you guys filter stuff out. It's literally whoever you're following. Whoops! So why is it For You when I don't even know what it is? I don't understand the algorithm. Like, how come these random... Like, there's a baby... Like, when I click on my For You page, there's a baby that's using a bath bomb for the first time. With bunny ears. This can't be real. Is this AI? I don't even know. This seems a little weird. But yeah, like, why do I have these things? I'm so confused. You're seeing what your friends see/like? None of my friends like babies! I don't know. Oh, there's a picture of a really cute cat. Okay, yeah, it's got me, see? Maybe it's the hashtags that are related to some videos you watched? Maybe. Damn, like... It's a sign? What's the sign? Yeah, I don't know, like, it's just really random sometimes. Junk mail is for you because it's addressed to you. Some of the stuff you want, some of the stuff is others... Oh, some stuff others want you to see. Yeah, I don't know, it's just so confusing. Enna learning to unban on YouTube and also learning there are more than 2 tabs on X, just auntie things. Hey, I'm just not on social media that much, okay? I literally just go on it to, like, look at fan art, see Pokapia bills, talk to you guys, and then tell you guys when I'm streaming. That's it! I don't do anything else with it. I can't even ego search. There's too many, like, Indian porn. Like, I don't know. There's, like, this, like... I think Enna is, like, a word in Indian. I don't really know the word, but... Whenever you have to Google... Or not Google, sorry. Whenever you have to, like... search up just Enna, there's like a bunch of inappropriate like photos alongside like normal photos, but it's just like, you know, doesn't it make pretty? Yeah, I think someone very long ago told me that Enna in Indian means pretty. So unfortunately unfortunately, and please don't do this, but like when you type Enna into the Twitter search bar, I guess because they use the word pretty in a lot of, like, pornography, maybe? And it just ends up being, like half porn, half, like, pretty people, you know? So I'm kind of like, so I... Even if I wanted to ego search on this platform, honestly, I can't. So... Yeah. So I just don't. And also, like, you know... I feel like I should probably just, like... I feel like when I first joined NIJI, I was like, oh my god, I want to know what people know about me, blah blah blah, I hope they like me. Now I'm, like, in my 5th year, almost. And I'm just like, whatever. You know, I'm too old for this. I'm too tired. If you guys like me, I would really appreciate it. But if you don't, that's okay too. Like, whatever, man. Like, I already get to do whatever I want to do. I get to sing. I get to play video games. Like, what do I need everyone to like me now? That's just heaven on earth. That's not possible. So, yeah. I'm like so... I'm so old, I guess. I don't know. In a way that might save your mental health, not being able to effectively ego search. Yeah, I also don't really have the desire to. I think once you build the habit of not doing it, you actually feel like it's too much effort to do it. Like, sometimes I see you guys talk about me anyways, it just ends up on my For You page, like, Enna doesn't know this, but I think she's flat. And I'm like, you idiot, like... Do you know that if you are in this community and you write my name, like, I'm just gonna see it anyways? Like, I think you did that on purpose, but I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see it. Sometimes, every now and then, I come across, like, one of you guys being like, Enna. Something something Enna. I'm just like, okay, you know, if you didn't tag me, then I guess I'm not supposed to be seeing it. I look away. I look away and I only see darkness. But once in a while, someone will be like, Lamau, Enna says she has a boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, I'm here to correct you. You will not be spreading misinformation. I do have a boyfriend, as I have been saying the past couple streams. You know how to rage bait you? We are caught in 4K, Enna sees all. Exactly. I know you're going public about us. Oh yeah, there's also like I don't know if it's a few of you guys or just like one or two, but sometimes like, guys, I'm sorry, this has been long in waiting, but I just want everyone to know that I am the boyfriend that Enna Alouette is talking about. I was like, first of all, my boyfriend would never do that because a real boyfriend would be asking me for consent. So this is without my consent, and thus you are not my boyfriend. Sorry. I see those all the time. I know! And I'm just like, who the fuck? Who the fuck? Who? Who? Who you? You who? So funny. They're really funny though. Sometimes though, I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Plot twist, it's actually a girlfriend. Oh my god, speaking of that, I saw like the gay poll. I know you guys were just doing it for fun, so you know, I think it's pretty interesting. Of course, Uki is first. Uki should be first. But I think Ethyria this year was second. Why is Wilson more gay than me? Cause he's like... is this because he hangs out with only Crisis? Is that why? I was like... Ekasakayusumi? Because you're not gay in the slightest? I'm not saying that I'm like... gay. But I'm saying, why is Wilson more gay? I think if anything, we're the same amount of gay. Or I'm like even like the only reason I can see why Wilson is more gay is that he's kind of allergic to girls. Like he's still in his cootie stage. Like every time I'm like he's like, ew, why would you say that? And I was like, you idiot, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, stop hanging out with your auntie friends and like talk to some girls. Like, you know, that's the only reason I can. He's always just, damn guys. Millie's literally always making out with every girl. And not just every girl. Every girl and guy. Every time she's like, you know? Like, why is she so low? She should be way higher. She's literally like kissing every part of the rainbow. Like, guys? But you know what? Ethyria is rightfully number 2. Rightfully. I have to say. I was very happy about that one. I was like, yep. It's so funny. I actually think that poll is really funny. Obviously, it's not serious. We're not actually ranking people. Because, like, who the fuck knows? But, you know, it's funny. Didn't y'all have that one kissing stream? Yeah, that was a little too much. I was like, whoa. We're actually kissing? I am not ready. Ever. Millie's 3D, yeah. She kisses so platonically. I don't know. I don't want to know how she kisses unplatonically because even the platonic one is very intense sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, that was a funny thing. Funny. Sorry, I was trying to restart my YouTube browser because it crashed. I don't know why, but my Chrome has been crashing like all the time. Maybe I need a new like browser. But yeah, Oh my god, guys, I almost forgot. Oh god, no, actually, it's okay. I started the stream early. Oh my god. Sorry, I totally forgot. Because I just remember right now. I have like a doctor's appointment at like 2 p.m. But it's only 11:30, so I still have so much time. Oh my god, it scared me. I was like, oh my god. I just remembered. Oh good lord, there was so much happening yesterday and I forgot to double check my calendar today. Oh my god, I almost forgot about it. Okay, that's good. We still have... Oh, I'm so glad that I start my stream super early. Like, that gives me time to think about what I need to do for the rest of the day. Oh, good lord. That was like a genuine gasp. I was so shocked. I was like, oh my god, did I miss my appointment? I can't miss these appointments. These appointments save my life. Like, I need my checkups and stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Google Calendar doesn't work. Guys, I'm so tired, you know? Like, this... I think last week I kind of overdid the streaming because like when I like started resting, I started getting a little more sick again, and I was like really tired. Also, the weather hasn't been very good. It just keeps... It's like cold again, even though it was hot like just a couple days ago. So like, I think I overdid it. I was like, ugh. I need to like chill and stuff. So I even like set the wrong alarm for today. Like I woke up thankfully, but I set it to like 9 p.m. Any news on a Zoot collab? Petra's really busy training and practicing for concerto, so I don't think we're going to be doing a collab this week or maybe next week. She's just really busy and she is really tired afterwards too. You know, like, I totally understand because last year Overture I didn't even stream because it was really difficult to like train every single day. Your limbs are like in pain. But yeah, I think like once she's finished with concerto, we'll definitely continue our collabs. Like, I'm not really worried about Zutomo not collabing because we always find time to collab one way or another. So yeah, let's all support her. She's working really hard, and let's all support all the other members who are also in concerto as well. Meliko, Shu-chan, Alban. I'm so happy, and I'm really excited to see them on stage. Like, I'm so excited. You still remember your dance? Of course. Yeah, I still 100% remember my dances. Like, I trained every single day for like hours. I loved it. It was very gruesome, but I really liked it. It was probably my most fit era. Crazy. I was like, whoa, my limbs hurt so bad, but so good. Yeah. I miss your hat. My hat is still there, don't worry. It's still in my room. I love it. Overture is the peakest moment of my life. No, it's the peakest moment of my life! Overture made me realize I can't escape this VTuber hole. Oh my god, same. I was like, damn it. That was so awesome. I love it. I love being here. Fuck! I'll never retire! I'm gonna get some water, guys. I'll be back, okay? Okay, guys, I also got some toast. Let us pray that this bread is not moldy. I'm so scared of eating bread now. Ever since I got that really, like, weird food bug thing, I've been kind of like, but this tastes fine. Yes, I did check. I always check now. Do you like toast with butter or plain? I like it with butter. I think it always tastes better with butter. Better with butter. By the way, guys, I wanted to ask. Does anybody in the chat maybe not understand how Slay the Spire works? I saw that there were a couple people in chat watching and they're like, yeah, I have no idea what this game is about. I don't understand at all. Me, I have no clue. I'm a cultured man now. I don't understand. I just watch you all. I don't understand how League of Legends work. No way. Come on. Actually, League of Legends doesn't work. It's a stupid game. Me, but I watch anyway because I love women. That is so... Thank you. I respect that. Kind of confused, but I'm still listening to it. Do you guys want me to show you how it works? Since this is a Zatsudan. Like right now. You can go like step by step. Okay, before I do that, I want to just finish up the super chat so I don't leave anybody hanging. Just a guy named John, thank you so much for the super. Stay strong, stay healthy, little lady. I want to hear so much more music from you in the future. Thank you, John. Thanks so much for always being here and supportive. I know sometimes my streams don't match with your work schedule, but I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you so much again for the happy birthday April brothers and sister tweet. Tweet? Sorry, supras. I'm getting tweets and supras confused now. I'm getting old! Down, thank you for the hamburger. I almost said hambao. Well, you speak Chinese, so I think you know anyways. Hambao, yum 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 yum. Han Nguyen Duan, thank you so much for the soup. I'm going to take photos with you and Millie at NIJISANJI photo booth collab next weekend. Yippee! Have a nice day, Anna. Thank you. Please post it. Please post it. Yeah, everybody who has posted, like, the Niji booth stuff. Like, oh my god, you guys are also so cute. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to style. Like, kind of makes me want to like style my hair a little bit more. I'm always so lazy. So cute. Like, why are Alu Peeps and Families actually cute? I think there was like this one day where I went on a spree and I was like, oh my god, you're cute. Oh my god, you're cute too. I felt kind of creepy, but like, I was like, oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my god, you're so cute. I was just like bookmarking everyone. Sorry, guys. Not just the girlies too. Like, the guys look really good too. Like, even the guys are stylish. Like, damn, guys, I'm the only one that's not styling myself. So crazy. Guys, we're all supposed to collectively look like we don't go outside. Like, what happened? Where's the team player? I'm so cute right now. I bet you are. I remember there was like this trend. It was like selfie and my VTuber Oshi. And a lot of you guys like took pictures of yourselves and you guys were so cute. Even like the older folks still looked like they were in like their 20s or 30s. And I was like, what the fuck? Guys? I'm holding down the dirt. The dirt? Oh, the fort. Haven't seen the sun in 3 months. Yeah, that's because sometimes the sun doesn't come out. For example, Canada. How does one dress like they don't go out? If you see me right now, you'll know. Like, seriously. I'm just gonna let you know that at home, I just be wearing a t-shirt and my undies. That's about it, you know? That's all. I'm just walking around like in my house like I'm some like some animal. So, yeah, I buy like oversized shirts so that I could just wear them at home. It's so crazy. You know, like Value Village, you just get like a really big t-shirt. That's it. It's like sometimes it's like $2. That's all you need. You wear socks? Sometimes if it's cold. You know what's really funny? Like if it's cold, the last thing I'll put on are pants. Like I'll still wear the t-shirt, I'll wear like a sweater, and I'll wear socks. And if I'm still cold, I'll put pants on. But it's always the last thing I put on. I just don't like wearing pants. I think pants are really uncomfortable. I hate wearing pants. I'd rather just wrap myself in a huge blanket than wear pants. Which is what I do anyways. Like now. Not even sweatpants. Oh, that's why you keep taking my shirts. My guy is still on the same topic that we were on like 30 minutes ago. Okay, I respect that you're keeping up the role playing. That's really funny. Thank you. I wear pajama pants at home, very comfy. Yeah, I don't know. Pajama pants are like sometimes too hot, so I don't like wearing them very much. They always make it out of this polyester material. It's like fluffy, but it's like too hot. You dress like an escaped hospital patient. Yeah, I kinda do. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't your butt feel cold? Well the thing is like when I sit down, like because my t-shirt is so long, I just sit on that, so it's not really that cold. You can always get cotton pajamas. Yeah, but it's still hot. I don't know, wearing pants makes me feel really hot, so wearing just a t-shirt is like the good temperature that I like. Polyester is supposed to be more breathable? No, it's the opposite. Polyester is super not breathable. You wanna find stuff like linen or cotton. Polyester is like known for being really like suffocating. Your legs don't get cold? Not really. My legs, I don't know why, they have a lot of warmth usually. So I don't really get cold from my legs. It's usually my arms and stuff that are cold first. I don't know what my clothes are made of. It's okay. Oh, sorry, I like actually opened my raw lines for Jane Doe and I completely forgot about it. I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but I can show you. Hold on. I just saw it on my computer. Is this mine? Here. Mm-hmm. まるでこの世界で二人だけみたいだねなんて少しだけ夢を見てしまっただけ Those are my lines. I'm not going to show you guys Octavio's because I didn't ask him beforehand. But I believe he said that he showed his raw vocals and mine on his memberships. If you guys want to show... if you guys want to check that out, you can member him. Yippee! By the way, if anybody is interested in how to sing the ad-libs, I don't know if I got it correctly down, but this is what I heard from Utada Hikaru-san. I think this is how the ad-libs went, so if anybody wants to cover this song and you can't really hear what's going on in the last ad-lib chorus thing, this is how I sung it, so if you want reference... Wait, hold on, here. Ooh.なんて少しだけ夢を見てしまっただけはあ La 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 whoa. So I had a lot of trouble really hearing like what she was singing, and also because they're ad-libs that she probably made up. I listened to a lot of covers, and everybody's was slightly different. This is just the way I sung it, but you know, if anybody wants to cover this song in the future and you're not really sure what's going on, like, you know, I'm happy if you guys reference off of what I'm singing, because honestly, I was just trying to figure out what everyone else was singing. But I have to say, I'm not really sure if it's quite accurate to the original, which it doesn't have to be anyways. So yeah, if anybody wanted to sing this song in the future, you can always refer back here because, you know, I just happen to have my vocals here. Okay, there you go. Just putting back my BGM. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So, sorry, I'm bringing the topic back and forth, but if you guys want me to show you how to play Slay the Spire, I'd be happy to give you a little bit of a demonstration. Like, I'm not gonna really play the game, but I can explain it. Hold on, I'm gonna open the game. La 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 la. It's a type of game that I didn't think that I would really like, because I'm not super into games that are like card games. But when I first played, I was really surprised how good this game actually is. I think I read something that said that Slay the Spire sold like 5 million copies or something. And that's how you know it's really good. So, I will... You get the shiv and then you get the bullet and then you want it. Well, honestly, basically. But the thing is like... So there are these ascension levels. So with each character you can play solo or multiplayer. I think it's more fun with friends. But basically there's like different ascensions, and even though it's really easy the first couple ascensions, once you hit like a higher ascension, it is so difficult. Like it becomes incredibly difficult because the monsters that you're facing are like almost unfair. So I also hear it's super optimized, so you don't need a super PC. Yeah, you don't. One of my friends play like on a shitty gaming laptop. No offense to my friend. And it works. It's a game that everybody can pretty much run on anything. It's also on your phone, apparently. Like, they have a mobile version, so you can do that too. But yeah, I'll open the game and kind of show you guys. Hold on. Let me just set it up a bit. Yeah, I kind of wanted to like do this anyways, because I noticed a lot of people in my chat like didn't really know what was going on. And you know, even if you don't really care about this game, I still think it's really interesting to know about it, because I think you could really potentially play this game with your friends as well. So I'll show you guys. Hello? The stream got slayed? Oh, sorry. I didn't even know. Am I good now? YouTube is not receiving enough video. What? What do you mean you're not receiving enough video? What does that even mean? I'm giving you so much video. Am I good now? We're good? Okay. Sorry, I guess I got cut off, but I was saying that like a lot of people, YouTube is kind of buggy these. Oh, I thought it was just Octavio's stream. Oh, sorry, I wanted to mention something before I teach you guys the game. Yesterday, and you know I always forget this. I always forget to charge my phone. So if my phone isn't charged, then I die. But yesterday, I like charged my phone in advance. And throughout the whole stream, during Octavio's birthday stream, I was like, my phone was being like, you have 10% left. You have 10% left. I was like, what the fuck? I literally was like, okay, if this charger is not working, then I'll change to this charger. Okay. And if this one's not working, see, like here, right now, what? Like, it's charging right now, and it's all, what? Like, I think there's something wrong with my cable, or it's like the plug. It doesn't charge. I do not understand. I was just like, I literally plugged into 7 different places and it just didn't charge. And then I changed my cable and I was like, okay, now. But like, I was like, I prepared for it and it still died. Like, what the fuck? I was like, just trying to speak about stuff and I just kept looking down because I was trying to like, trying to figure out why this thing wasn't charging. Get a new charger? But this is a new charger. I don't think it's the charger. I think it's the phone. I think that phone is too old. Batteries get weak. Yeah, if you think about it, I like stream with it all the time. So this battery is probably dying. Yeah, I'll probably have to change it soon. I'm just like, it's not me, guys. I literally have it plugged in all the time. It's just like, it just dies. I just say that it's me because it's easier and I don't have to explain it. But yesterday I was like, this is incredibly stupid. I've just been trying to plug this in like 7 times the past hour and it's still not recording? It's still not charging. Like, what is happening? Also, the 420p thing was so funny because, you know, we had to do it over like screen share because, you know, it makes sense. Are you using Nokia? No, but I did have one before. Okay, anyways. Alright. La la la. Maybe I'll move myself here. Okay, so I'll do single player. I'll do the standard. Okay, so basically you can choose your characters. If you first play though, you can only play Ironclad, and then as you play, you unlock these new characters. But in total, there's only like 5 characters. This one is just like randomized, so you don't really know which character you're playing. The chat is not moving. What is the point of technology if it never works? Like, why are we that advanced? Like, what the why does nothing work in this world? Okay. Does it work now? No. Does it work now? Okay, there you go. Oh my god. Lord. Okay, guys. So I would say one of the easier characters to play for me are Ironclad and the Silent, because they're kind of like the starter characters. I really like playing Necrobinder and recently Defect, but they're a little bit more complicated. And I don't really like playing Regent because Regent is fun, but also you have to keep track of too many things. So I would recommend either these two first. So I don't know, is there anybody in the chat that wants me to play a specific character? I think I would recommend going with either these two because they're easier to understand. And then as you understand these guys, you'll be able to understand more of the other ones. Choose random. I just don't want to like teach using like Defect because that's too confusing, I think. The purple guy. Defect trash compactor, build and just start smoking it up. Defect is so fun. I love playing him. Ironclad or... Okay. It's between these two, so... I do want to play Necrobinder, but I think that might be a little bit difficult. Let's go with Silent. I think she's easy to understand. Okay. Okay, so you always start... So, this is the map, basically. We have to get through all of these things to get to the final boss of this... of this particular map. So, the final boss It's kind of like Night Rain, where there's day 1, day 2, and then final boss. It's exactly the same. This is basically day 1, there's a day 2, and then the final day 3 is the final boss. But basically, you fight these bosses to get to the very last boss, which is like, you know, very similar to other video games. We always start out here, and whenever we start out, there's like a character that gives you like some sort of buff, some sort of upgrade, some sort of relic up here. And actually there is like maybe a couple characters that give you a debuff. So be careful of that too. So there's a little bit of like dialogue sometimes, but I think most people kind of just ignore it. It doesn't really... I don't think there's much of a story. But if you're into it, I think it's better to just kind of look it up, because it's not really something that's too important in this game. Is the map different every time? Well, the structure of the map can differ. For example, like, you know, it's not gonna always look exactly like this, you know? But there's also basically the map is always gonna be similar. You're always gonna have a route where there's a legend over here. Oh, I'll move the chat so you guys can see. But there's a legend above my head. So basically, there's the unknown, which is the gacha. Oh, you guys can't even see my cursor. Hold on. Your cursor. Yeah, so there's the gacha. There's the place, the merchant, where you can buy cards. This symbol means it's just like a normal enemy. And this symbol means that it's like an enemy that's stronger. We call them elites. And then these are like the bonfires, you know, if we play Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff like that. This is where you basically like rest and stuff. And yeah, the treasure, you get like relics. So you always start off with these characters that kind of like boost you a little bit. So they always tell you what is what. Oh, my head is blocking everything. So hold on. So this one says, Neo's Torment, add 1 Neo's Fury to your deck. So you must be thinking like, what is Neo's Fury? And they always tell you on the side. Neo's Fury is when you deal 10 damage and put 2 random cards from your discard pile into your hand. And then it exhausts. So exhausts means that this card will be removed until the end of combat. So it basically tells you as you read. Furry? Fury. Sorry, Fury, not furry. I can't read. But, you know, even for someone who can't read, I can understand this game. So that's why this game is fun. So that's the first one. So you basically get to pick between... you get to pick 1 out of the 3. Lava Rock is the Act 1 boss, which is this boss. This is like Act 1/Day 1 boss drops 2 relics. So that means that after you beat this guy, the first big boss, you get 2 of these, 2 relics. What relics? We don't know. The third one is transform 1 of your strikes and 1 of your defense cards and then lose 12 max HP. So if you click on the top right over here, you can see your starter deck. So for this character specifically, you have 5 strike cards. These are just like kind of like attack cards, like normal attack cards. Every character starts off with like their own attack cards, but they basically do all the same thing. They just attack. And then you start off with like 5 defense cards. And then you always get like 2 special cards that are given to the character that you're playing. So for this character, the Silent, she is like a poison main. She also uses a lot of like shivs, which we'll maybe see later on. But we don't have any poison cards right now. But we have a card that uses 0 energy, which is good. And I'll explain what energy is later. It deals 3 damage, but it also applies weak. And weak is when it's like basically a debuff on the enemies where you can weaken them, basically. It says right here, weakened creatures deal 25% less damage. So that's good. And then you also have 8 block. But then when you use this 8 block, the card gets discarded. Okay, so that's our starter deck. Are you hiding underneath? Yeah, I'm hiding underneath because I'm blocking everything. I want you guys to see the whole screen. I'll even move the chat, like, here. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go... I'm gonna be here, okay? I don't want to block too much so you guys can read. Okay, so, usually... So any of these honestly are good. It just depends on how you play the game. So, you can experiment. I wouldn't really, like, think too much about it. Just, like, try it out. So, honestly, I'm just gonna go with a random one. Let me just go and click a random one. So I picked this one, which means that after we defeat the first axe boss, I'll be receiving 2 relics, which won't be a while, you know? Okay, so after that, you want to pick the route. So a lot of my friends are really strategic about it. I'm not very good at, you know, picking which route would be best. For example, if you want to fight a bunch of little monsters, this is a good route to go. So if you go this way, you'll be like, bumping into like a little enemy, then a gotcha, then another enemy, a little enemy again. You can either go this way or this way. So this route has a lot of enemies if you wanted to kind of just practice fighting a little bit. Usually a lot of my friends like to see which routes have a good balance of rest areas, which is these like bonfire places. What do you get from beating them? I'll show you. Once you beat any enemy, you get some money, sometimes you get some potions, and you get some new cards. But I'll explain as we get there. So honestly, like, I'm not really good at explaining which route to go to because I don't like to really play too strategically. I have a lot of friends who are really smart, so I just listen to where they go. Usually, it really doesn't... I guess it matters a little bit, but that's kind of like later when you get better at the game. So let's just go like what's a good balance of everything on the legend? Maybe like I will go here. Okay. So this is our first mini boss. Sorry, not boss, just a normal enemy. So the important thing is to know that this is your draw pile. Okay, it says at the start of each turn, 5 cards are drawn from here. Click to view the cards in your draw pile, and it's shuffled. So, this is the cards that are drawn each time that it's your turn. So, these are the cards that we have for our very first turn. And then over here, on the bottom right side, are the cards that you discard. So right now, our discard pile is empty because we haven't played any cards yet. So, but once we play these cards, they're going to be transferred into this discard pile. So you can kind of keep track of what cards are, you know, discard and, you know, stuff like this. So, this enemy is pretty easy. It's, this little symbol up here tells us how much attack it's going to, like, attack us for. So, you know, you can do the math. We have 70... HP 70 minus 4, you know, so if you want to defend, you could. So I'm gonna defend. My defense is 5, which means it's more than 4, which means I will be having no damage applied to me because 5 is greater than 4. But also, if you realize on the left side here, we only have 3 energy. So the energy you can see on the left side over here, and right now it says that we have 2 out of 3. That's because I used one of the defense cards, and the defense cards only cost 1 energy. So you have to be careful and just kind of, it's basically just math. You just have to realize which cards you're playing for this turn alone and make sure that it's enough. Make sure you have enough energy. Yeah. So I already used 1 defense card. It cost me 1 energy. I'm already good with defense. This little guy is not going to be able to hurt me because they're only doing 4 damage. What I could do next is I could deal 3 damage and apply 1 weak. This is a really good card because it doesn't cost any energy, which means I can play, like, other cards more. So I'm going to apply it to this guy. Sorry, man. So now I have weakened him, which means that this little guy's damage is even weaker. So did you see that it turned from 4 to 3? So now he's even weaker, which is great. But it says that the attacks deal 25% less damage for only one turn. So the one turn is this turn. So next turn, he's not gonna have this 25% less damage. So just remember that. And then, you know, I have 2 more energies, so I'm just gonna use my normal attack. So this one is just deal 6 damage, and then another 6. So I did 6, 6, and 3. So that's 6 plus 6 is 12. And then 3 plus 3 is 15. So basically, I did 15 damage to this little guy. And he didn't do any damage to me, which is ideal. So now it's the enemy's turn. He attacked, I blocked. And now it says this enemy intends to use a buff. Honestly, during these times, it's really great to just attack. Because he's not going to be attacking you back. And you don't really have to defend. So, I'm just going to attack 3 times because I only have 3 energy and each card only costs 1 energy. Done. So now he has buffed. So now his attacks are much stronger because he used that previous turn to increase his strength, basically. So now he's gonna attack 11. And that's quite high. Like, we don't really want to take too much of our health early game. So I'm going to use 2 of my defense cards, which will equal to 10. I will still have to be attacked because he is attacking for 11 and I only have 10 defense, which means I'll just get 1 damage. But 1 damage is better than 11. And I have 1 more energy left, so I will just use a strike card because that's all I have. Okay, and then he attacked, and you know, I lost 1 HP because I didn't have enough defense, but that's okay because it's only 1 HP. He intends to attack again, 11 damage, so this time I'm going to be using this card again, Neutralize. It costs 0. It's the same card that I used in my first turn, and it's gonna make him a little bit weaker. So now his attack damage went from 11 to 8, which is better. I have this card called Survivor. It gives me 8 block and it discards 1 of my cards. So this is where you can kind of get a little bit more strategic. You can use this card, which only costs 1 energy, and you can discard 1 of the defense cards because this one only has 5 block. And you don't need any more defense because all I had to do was just have enough defense to defend myself against 8 attack damage. So I'm good. Unfortunately, my 2 other cards are defend and strike. So I don't really need to use this. You can use it if you want, but it's kind of like, you know, it's not necessary because I have enough defense. But my only other card is just this 1 strike card. So sometimes you have to realize that you don't have to use all your energy. Unfortunately, your energy the energy that you're not using for this turn isn't carried into the next turn, so you won't be getting like 4 out of 3. You'll still just be getting 3. So you can end your turn not playing this card, or you can, but it kind of does nothing at this point. So he's gonna attack me. I blocked it. And then his next turn, he intends to buff again. So I'm just going to kill him because I have enough. He only has 9 HP left. I have like 3 energy and I can just use all my strikes now. So I'm just gonna kill him. 6, 6, done. So that's how you kind of like do a little bit of strategy. That wasn't really big strategy. That's just honestly math. So we've killed a little enemy. And every time you kill any sort of enemy, you get some gold. Sometimes you get a relic. I'll let you guys know when we do get a relic. Usually for the little ones, they don't give you relics. But they usually do give you 3 cards that you get to choose from. So these cards are specifically for your character. So the first one is called Strangle. It says deal 8 damage. Whenever you play a card this turn, the enemy loses 2 HP. So that means that this card, if you apply it, you'll be dealing 8 damage, and then what other cards that you play during that turn, they also lose 2 HP from it. So that's not too bad. I don't know, this is so funny because I'm not being sponsored, but like this is probably the most proper way to sponsor a game, but I just have never done that because I don't play gacha games. So please sponsor Millie Slay the Spire. She's even better than me. This card is good too. It says deal 6 damage to all enemies. Sometimes we will be approaching like more than one enemy, so this would be a good card to play to more than one enemy. And it also, if the last card you played this turn was a skill, apply weak to all enemies. So I think that's pretty straightforward. This one is pretty good too. It has block, and then it says add slide to a skill in your hand. So you must be thinking like, what is slide? And you read here, it's on the right side, it says slide. If this card is discarded from your hand before the end of your turn, play it for free. So if you're not sure what some of these words might mean, they always write it on the side. You just have to read. So for me, I think I'm going to do... I think I'll just pick like a straightforward one, so I'll use Strangle. So you only get to pick one of these cards. So, you know, you can take your time. Nobody ever rushes you to like, you know, pick quickly. But once you kind of start playing the character more and you recognize like the images, like the specific images of each card, you'll kind of remember. I know there's a lot of reading, but you know, it's really fun, guys. I promise. Okay, so that was only the first enemy, right? So let's go this way. So this is the same symbol, which means it's just like another type of like small enemy. So we're just gonna do this quickly because you guys already kind of know. He intends me to attack 12 damage, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use that card that applies some weak. Pulled it down to 9. I'm gonna use my 8 block card and discard one of my defense cards because I have too many of them. I'm okay with taking 1 damage because I only have 8 block and he intends to damage me for 9. The other 2 energy that's left, I'm just gonna use my strike cards because it's faster. Actually, we can choose no card if all 3 are useless. True, I forgot about that. I'll show you again later. Okay, so this is the new card that we got from our previous combat. So I'm going to actually... First, I'll put up 1 defense card. I'm still gonna get 1 damage, but that's better than getting all 6. I'm gonna deal 8 damage, and then whenever I play another card, it'll give me an additional... Sorry, it'll give me... Oh, blah, 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 blah. I can't speak. It'll basically make the enemy lose 2 HP. And if I play a strike card, that's basically like 6 plus 2 damage. So I'll play this, and then I'm gonna play this. So did you see that? It said 6, which came from the strike card, and then the 2 from the card that I played previously. And then that'll be my turn is over. Got 1 damage, and basically I can do this again. I can play this card again. I can play the 6 damage strike card plus 2, and then I can play the 6 plus 2 card again. And then he's dead. Ta-da! And then you get your money. You can... So again, sorry I forgot to mention this, but if you don't like any of these cards, because you're more advanced and you're pickier, you can always press the skip button. You don't actually have to get like any of these cards. But you know, if you're first starting out, I would recommend you to pick 1 card because then you get to know the cards. So for specifically this character, the Silent, her name is the Silent. She's really good with these, she's really good with shivs. So what are shivs? Shivs are like basically this little kunai looking thing, and they each deal 4 damage. And the good thing about these shivs is that they cost 0 energy. You can see it on the top left. So I'm gonna take shivs. It's because this card basically says, I will give you 3 shivs in your hand. So if I get 3 of these, it's basically 4 times 3, which is 12 damage for free. Alright, so let's go to the merchant. This is the merchant symbol. So you're gonna click on this guy, and your money, your wallet is up here. I only have 130 gold. you can browse around. It's basically the same thing. You read the cards and you're kind of like, ooh, which one would fit? Or which one am I curious about? These two cards are called, I think, colorless cards. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But basically colorless cards can be, they're not really like specifically for any of the characters. Like they're kind of for all characters. So like for example, these ones are green. So that means that they're silences cards. But these ones are just kind of like cards for all the characters. Like, you can use other characters' cards as well. But I'm saying that these cards, like the colorless cards, don't cater to any of the... Don't really cater specifically to any of the characters. They're just for everyone. So, you can do that. These symbols up on the top here are relics. So, I don't have enough money to buy any of them. So we don't have to get into it now. And then the symbols at the bottom 3 here are potions. So, you know, potions, you have 3 slots here. I don't have any money, so I think I'll just buy, like, maybe 1 card. Oh, this would be good, because I am a character... I'm using a character that deals well with poison, so I'll buy this card. If you ever see this symbol, it just means that this card is on sale. It's the same thing that we can use to apply to real life, you know? Okay. Alright, so the next thing is we're also fighting another small enemy, so we're just gonna quickly do it. So this turn the enemy intends to debuff you. So just be careful about that, because that means on the next turn after this enemy debuffs you, you will have a little bit less strength. So I'm just gonna go all out and just damage this guy. So this is the card that I bought in the shop. So it says deal 6 damage and apply 3 poison. So I'll show you guys. So we'll deal 6 damage, and now he is also poisoned. And you can see it below here. It says at the start of its turn, it will lose 3 HP. And then each time it will be reduced by 1. So I end my turn. So after that turn, it reduced by 1, so now it's 2 HP. And this guy intends to attack me 7 damage. And that's not good, because that's quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a defense card. So now I only take 2 damage, because 7 minus 5 is 2. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this card that I just got. So this only costs 1 energy, but it will give me 3 shivs, which cost 0. And usually it would deal more damage, but remember he debuffed us, so we do a little bit less damage, unfortunately. But you know, any damage that's free is always good. And my last card that I'll be using will just be a regular strike card. Okay, now this little fucker wants to like increase its attack to 13. And that's bad, because that's quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to... so this is what you can do. You can look at his health. So he only has 7 HP left. We can just kill him, right? Because 4 plus 4 equals 8. But if you don't think too much, sometimes you might accidentally be like, oh no, he's attacking for 13, I have to defend myself. But then you don't realize that you can actually just kill him. So always look at the damage, his HP, before you think about, you know, playing your card. So I'm just gonna kill him because we can, and he's dead. Okay, so this guy gave us a potion. This potion gives us 5 dexterity. But then at the end of my turn, you also lose 5. So what is dexterity? It improves your block gained from cards. So this potion is okay. I don't usually like to use it, but it's alright. And then they give you 3 cards that you can choose from or skip. I think I'm going to skip, actually. I don't really need any of these cards, I think. Okay, and we're gonna be doing our first gacha. So the gachas can be good or bad, much like real life gacha. This one seems to be good. The first one is gain 77 gold. and only lose 8 HP. And we have quite a bit of HP, so we're okay to lose that much. Or we can rest and heal for 21, but the exchange is you have to fight some enemies. So I think I'm just gonna go for the gold, because I have quite a bit of HP. You can check here. Or actually, where can I check? Oh, you can check here. 65 out of 70. That's not too bad. I just need some money. So now I have a little bit less HP, but more money. Okay, the next route is gonna be the merchant again. So now I have more money, but I'm still a poor bitch because I can't afford any of these. You always want to kind of look at the relics first because they give you quite a good buff most of the times. Like if you had any of these, like, you know, it would really help. But I think, let's see. What is a good card? So you just kind of want to read, you know, like this one you gain 2 dexterity and this costs 0, so it's not too bad. It's like a... We could buy it, honestly. We could buy this one. Deal 9, draw 1, deal 8, apply 1 week. And these are okay. I don't really think I need anything. So this button over here is a card removal service. If you pay 75... Sorry, my head is blocking it. If you pay 75 gold, you can choose a card to discard. So this is, I think, in my opinion, a little bit more of an advanced thing. Like, you don't really want too many cards in your deck. Like, you can see up here, it says I have 16 cards. You can also just see here, too. Sooner or later, as you add more cards, you know, it'll be less likely for you to get specific cards in a turn. So what people like to do is they like to skim out their deck. So they usually kind of start aiming for like the starter cards, like the strike cards, for example. Like I can remove one and all I have to do is, you know, pay 75 gold. So you can do that, but honestly, when you're starting out, like, you don't have to think about it too much, in my opinion. Because I didn't, and it was fine. Wait a second, this isn't chatting, this is Slay This Fire. I'm teaching the chat how to play so they can understand when we play, or they can play with their own friends or by themselves. It's a really good game. Because I don't know what else to talk about. Okay, so this is another gacha event. So this seems like it's a rather disadvantageous one. So if you see, like, it says anticipate is removed from your deck. So unfortunately, this is not a good gacha. This one is basically saying that they're gonna remove this specific card from my deck. This is the one that I just bought from the store, unfortunately. Or you can lose 3 HP and then randomize the option above. But that might also not be good, because that means that, like, it could land on any of these cards, which are also good cards. So I'm just gonna let it take this card because it costs 0 energy anyways. So whatever. Unfortunately. But I did pay for it, so it hurts a little bit. Okay. You could risk it to get rid of a strike/defense. That's true, like, you know, because you have more strike and defense cards, so most likely, probability-wise, it might land on one of these cards. And these are safe to get rid of because you have so many of them. But it's not guaranteed, so whatever. Alright, so now we have 3 enemies. And now it gets harder to kind of like keep track of. This guy intends to block. This guy in the middle wants to attack for 7. And this guy intends to block on its turn, but also attack us for 5. So, we gotta do math now. What's 7 plus 5, guys? Anyone? Anyone in the chat? Wanna do the math? 7 plus 5. 76? Incorrect. It's 12. Good. So, you don't want to take too much damage. That's quite a bit. So I'm going to use this card, my favorite card, Neutralize. I'm going to aim for the guy in the middle because he does the most damage. Now he only does 5 damage, like his short buddy on the right. Okay, so now it has reduced from 12 to 10. So, what can I do? I can use 2 of my energy to block, and that'll be a perfect 10, so I'm safe now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my last energy to play this card, which will give me 3 shivs. And they cost 0. But they do 4 damage each. So, I'm just gonna strike the guy in the middle because I already attacked him. There's a little bit of strategy into who you want to attack first, but you know what? For now, just don't think about it too much. So, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And I'm good because I'm blocked. Yippee! Alright, so now this motherfucker wants to attack for 14. That will hurt. And this guy at the back still wants to attack for 5. And this guy is gonna use a buff on himself to probably make his next attack more strong. So we want to just be careful of that. So I don't have a card that will reduce his attack damage. So I'm just gonna use my gain 8 block card. And I will probably remove one of the strikes. So this is where people differ, right? Because you can always add more defense, so then you get even less damage. Or you can tank a little bit more, but damage more, right? So what I usually do is I usually just like to tank. But you are always welcome to play like an additional 5 block. So then you have more block to block against all this damage. But these guys, you know, to me, they're kind of like small fry and I don't want to like be here for too long. So I'm going to play this card, which we've played before. 8 damage. And then play my strike card, 6 plus 2. And he's dead. So now I only have to deal with these 2. But I do have to tank a little bit of their damage because together combined they have a lot of damage. So that took quite a bit. Now I have 46 out of 70 HP. So what I want to do is I want to be careful of my health now because we don't want it to get too low. This guy wants to attack me for 12, so I'm going to use this card. I think what I'll do is get rid of one of my strike cards because I have 2 of them anyways. So I have my poison card. So I think what I'm gonna do is, since this guy has less HP, I'm gonna poison him. So then it gets him to die faster. And I will actually use a defense card to get my block up to 13 so that this guy doesn't hurt me. And you know, so you can see that he's also shielded. So even if I did attack him, I would have to get rid of the 5 shield first before anything hits him. So, now this guy has a shield, and he's attacking, and this other guy is attacking. So, you know, sometimes it's hard to think. It's like, oh, 14 plus 5, but also this guy has shield, this guy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know, it's sometimes you're not gonna play perfectly, and other people in the chat might have some other opinions on what's the better play. But the point is that, you know, everybody has their own play style, and that's the fun part. It's fun to kind of be like, oh no, I should have played this card. Oh no, I should have played that card. But basically, I'm just gonna get rid of this guy because he only has like 9 HP left plus 3 block. And I think I can just kill him. So, and if I kill him, he can't damage me that much. So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this. And he's dead. Now I only have to deal with the 5. And perfect, I have like a defense card that exactly gives me 5 block. So I'm good, motherfucker. Like, you can't hurt me. Okay, so this guy is really stubborn. He still has 5 block and he's attacking for 5. So I'm gonna take down his damage to 3. And I'm gonna attack this same card that I used before. Get his shield off. And I'm just gonna attack him instead of defend because I think 3 is nothing. I can tank the 3. Oh, but actually, I have another energy. I didn't notice that. So, I'm just gonna use that too. Yippee! Okay, so now he intends to attack for 12, but he only has like 5 HP plus the 5 shield, so we can just kill him. Goodbye. Goodbye. Done. Okay. Let's see what's a good... deal 3 damage, add 2 shivs and 2... Oh, this is good because we have more shivs. I'm gonna take the more shit. Oh, this is good too. Orange. Okay, so there are sometimes these cards that give you like I don't know what they're called, chat. Does anyone know? Like, this is a gold card, so it kind of gives you a little bit more. So it says that this card will give you like thorns, which is like when you're hit by an attack, you deal damage back. This is good too. But I kind of want to go the shivs route, so I will do this. Yeah, those are rare cards. But honestly, not that rare because sometimes I'm kind of like, well, those cards are okay. No. I feel like you just have to read it. That's about it. Okay, so this is the treasure symbol. Usually, if you're playing multiplayer, there's like 4 relics, and you kind of fight over which relics you want. But since I'm only solo, so I only get one choice. So this relic will stay with me forever until I die. So it says at the start of your 3rd turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dex. Strength adds to your damage attacks, and then dexterity improves block. So that's not too bad. Okay, now we're at a rest site. So you can choose the rest or smith, which is upgrading one of these cards. I think I should rest because, you know, I took quite a few damage from all those little enemies, so I'm gonna rest. Whee! Okay, guys, so this symbol means that we're gonna be fighting a monster that's a little bit more difficult than these little guys. So these are called elites. They're not the boss, but they're like kind of like the boss's right-hand man. You know, they're like, I'm here to stop you on your journey. And these little guys are just the minimum wage employees like me. Okay, so this boss is... Sorry, not this boss. This elite is absolutely disgusting. It's a nasty-ass bird. It looks fucking crazy and scary. I don't like this bird. And this bird is about to attack me for 17 damage. And that's really offensive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I did with the other enemies. I'm gonna use this card that costs 0 energy. Bring his attack down to 12. That's better, but it's still quite a bit. What I can do is I can use my gain 8 block, and I'll discard one of the defense cards because I have so much of it. And now I can play these 2 cards. So I'll play this one first because this one says that whenever you play a card this turn, the enemy loses 2 HP. And that's really good if you're planning on playing another damage card after it. But you have to make sure you play this one first so that this ability is activated. So 8 damage to you. And on top of that, I'll be applying 3 poison. So, boop. So I don't have enough block. Or I didn't apply enough block. But, you know, I'll only be taking like 9, 10, like 4 damage, which is fine. It's okay. So I took the damage. So this is where, you know, sometimes it gets a little like you have to multiply. So obviously 4 times 3 is 12, and they can just write 12, but you know, they write it like this because they do this animation thing where they're like attacking you like 4 damage 3 times. But you know, you just have to remember they're gonna basically take 12 damage. I mean, they're gonna basically give you 12 damage. If you played Strangle first, you would have done 6 extra damage. Yeah, but it's hard to explain while playing at the same time, so I'll probably not play perfectly. So I will block as much as I can. This is my only defend card, so I have a little bit of defense. And then I will play this one, which gives me 2 shivs in your hand. The shivs cost 0 damage, which is good. And then I'll just use one of my strike cards. Okay, and also I didn't explain this, but basically at the bottom of the HP bar, it tells you what the enemy... It just basically tells you everything about the enemy. It says, at the end of his turn, this guy will gain 1 strength, which means that he's gonna have an even more powerful attack. And then he's also poisoned because of me, and then his attack damage increases by 2. Because he's a bitch. So, 19 is quite a bit. I only have 56 HP. 19, I don't know. Anyway, just know that 56 minus 19 is a lot of HP. Okay? So, I do want to defend a little bit. Okay? I defended a little bit. So, what you could do is, for example, you could drink this potion. What did that do? It just gives you a little bit of a more improved block. Honestly, it just gave me one more, so I don't know. Oh, actually, no, that was like from my card, because I had like a little bit of a boost there. So I'm gonna use this because... Oh, actually, sorry, this one first. I'm gonna use this one because it will allow me to have an additional +2 if I play any other damage. So I'll use my shivs, and each shiv will deal 5, but also the +2 from that other card. So I'm dealing quite a bit of damage. But he will also do quite a bit of damage on me too. So he took 13 away from me. It's okay, we don't really want that all the time. 6 times 3... What's 6 times 3? 6 times 2 is... 18, yeah. That's a lot! So, I'm gonna take it down a bit. 4 times 3, it's 12. Better, but, you know, still quite a bit of damage. Can we kill him? I think we can. So, I think I'm just gonna go on the offense. And I think that should be enough to kill him. So, I have 4 here. Add 2 shivs into your hand. Boom. Boom. He dead. Yippee! So that was an elite boss. So he's, as you can see, he's a little bit harder than like the mini boss. Sorry, I keep calling them bosses. Than the mini little enemies. But he gives more. So he's giving us a potion, which gives us more strength and more dexterity. He gives us a relic called the kunai. So every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. That's good because I have a lot of attacks as this character. Oh, sorry. You can see these are attack cards. Attack, 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 attack. Attack, attack. Attack, attack. All of these cards will be very beneficial with this relic. And then you can also add a card just like the other ones too. You should do more tutorials like this. I mean, it's really hard to do a tutorial because, you know, when you're playing versus teaching, it's difficult to remember everything. But I just wanted to teach everyone who don't know how to play Slay the Spire, so then you can also understand what we're doing when we play Slay the Spire. It's way less boring, you know? Okay, so let's see. More block stuff? Yeah. So I think... let's see. I'm soloing, so I think I will get the block. But do I want the block though? You know, like my personality is all about offense. So do I really want the block? But you know what? I will get the block just because I think I'll last longer. Solo, in my opinion, is much more difficult than multiplayer, obviously, because you don't have your friends to kind of like block for you sometimes or attack and blah 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 blah. Please be aware of the time. Yeah, don't worry, I will make it. I've been watching it. So I think... So there's many routes you can take. You can take this route or you can take this route. So look at everything around you. It says that I have 43 out of 70 health. That's not too bad, but that's pretty much halfway. So instead of attacking more monsters, I think I would like to rest. So I will rest. Okay, and then after that, we can either... We can go this way or this way. So, I mean... Low-key for me, I don't really think too much about these things. So you can choose to fight an enemy that's a little bit stronger right after you rest. Which probably I would do because you will have to fight a strong enemy afterwards. Or you can fight an enemy that's less strong and then a stronger one. It really depends. I think because I'm already well rested, I would probably prefer to fight a stronger enemy so then... It's easier to deal with weaker stuff afterwards rather than have this small fry take down my health and then I have to face a bigger enemy. That's what I think. So I will go for the elite. I might die because I'm dumb. Okay. So this elite is very interesting. He's sleeping right now, which means he's gonna be doing nothing. So this is a good time to kind of like set up your character. So, you can do as much attacks as you can during this turn. So, I would not play any defense cards because he's not going to attack me. So I'm just going to go all out. I have like these cards that give me shivs, which don't cost me anything. So I'm going to pull them out. La la la. Damage, damage, damage. This is also another one that gives me 2 shivs. More damage. More damage. La la la. And then I think I'll just play one of these. Done. Okay, now he's awake and really pissed. But he's still not gonna attack. His next turn, he intends to buff himself so that he can attack us for like 1,000,000 damage. So, I still don't need to block because he's not attacking me. What I'm gonna do is I will play this card, get some extra damage in, and put some poison on him. And, I don't know, like, all these other cards are mostly blocked, so I don't really need it. So I don't really need to play anything more than that. Okay, see? This guy is a monster. He's attacking us for 23. Like my age. So, we do not want to take all 23 damage, in my opinion, so I will block a little bit. I think I will just block for 16. It's still not enough, but at least it kind of like shields me a little bit. And then I'll just kind of strike him for 7 or 8. So he took a little bit of damage on us, but not too bad because we still have 57 health. I have this card which will take down his damage a bit. It went from 23 to 17, which is better. And that was also 0 cost, so that's good. I will use one of my block cards. I'm still gonna take quite a bit of damage, but you know, it's whatever. Sometimes it just be like that because I don't have any other defense cards. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use Strangle. And then I'm gonna use Poison Stab, which gives damage and also applies poison. Now, he's gonna damage us quite a bit, so I want you guys to see my HP loss. So I lost 9 HP. That's not too bad, but you know, if we keep losing 9 HP and more than that, we will die eventually. So, he's pretty low too. He only has like 30 HP, but he does so much damage, so you don't want to tank too much of it. I'm going to play... I think I want to play this one. Let me see. Yeah, I think I will play this one. Because it gives me a lot of block. But it also cost me 2 energy, which is quite a bit of a cost. So my last card, I'll play Leading Strike, which will give me the 2 free shivs. And honestly, he's like already at 11, so we can just kill him. Bye-bye. Okay, this is a really good relic, guys. So basically, this one means that every time you go to any of these bonfires, you get an additional 15 HP. So that's really good. That's good for me, because I'm not very tanky. Ooh! Okay, now I'm going to teach you guys about power cards. Power cards! I don't know how to explain it, chat. Can you guys help me? For people who played the game. Power cards are basically cards that will be applied to the whole combat. Does that make sense? So, it doesn't apply to just one turn. It applies to the whole combat as soon as you play the card. So, for example... yeah, it's like a permanent buff. But you have to play it every combat if you want that buff. I'll take this card and I'll show you if it pops up. I'm gonna go beat up this small fry. You can only play once per combat and apply a buff typically to your character. Ooh, mushroom! Mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. Okay, sorry. This mushroom is so nasty. It looks like nasty pussy. Like, look at this thingy. Oh. Sorry, guys. So this little symbol means that he intends to summon his little monster mushrooms. So he's not summoning them now because I go first. But basically, I'm just gonna try to get as much damage in as possible. So I will do this, apply some poison, do this. That's apply the shiv damage, and then I'll just play a strike. So this is the monster that it summoned. It looks like a different type of pussy. It's called Eye with Teeth. That's nasty. Okay, so it says that this enemy intends to give you 3 status cards. So when an enemy gives you status cards, it's basically just cards that fill up your deck and you can't really play them, or sometimes they damage you. Basically, they're cards that hate you. And it's not really good to have too much status cards in your deck, because that means they're either unplayable or you receive damage if you don't get rid of them. And sometimes you can't get rid of them, so you have to receive the damage anyways. So basically, status cards are a big no-no. No status. We do not like status cards in this house. So the thing is, if I kill this guy, he's just gonna keep summoning him. So he doesn't have too much health. So we could just like kill him off with one of our cards and then focus back on him. But remember, he also wants to damage us for 8. So you just have to be kind of like aware of that. Oh, we have this card now. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna show you guys how a power card works. I'll play it, even though I wouldn't play this, I think, because I think you can just kill them very easily. But the power card, this card costs 2 energy, so I'm gonna play it. It means shivs now hit all enemies. Add 4 shivs into your hand. Actually, that might be really good, because that means that the shivs that I play will be attacking both of them. I'm gonna play this. This card gave me 4 shivs that cost 0 energy. So I'm gonna play it. Boom. Boom. This guy's dead. He gets some attack. He gets some damage. I'm gonna use this card, pull down his attack a little bit. It went from 8 to 6. And do I want to defend myself? Yeah, I will. I will defend myself. I'm gonna give myself 7 block, which is enough, so I won't get damage. Yippee! Now this motherfucker has revived this guy and also wants to attack us for 15. But if you look at his health, he only has 26 HP left, this motherfucker. So I think what we can do is we can just kill him. Right? But you know, you want to try doing the math. So 9 for this, but then every card you play after this will add an additional 2. And if I play strike, that's 7 plus 2, which is another 9. So that's already like, what's 9 plus 9? 18 or something? I don't know. That's a lot. I don't know. I can't do math. So I'm just gonna aim for this guy. 7 plus 2. He has 8 left. We got an addition. We have deal 4 damage plus 2 shivs into your hand. Now these are free and he's basically dead. La la, yay, math! Woohoo! So once you kind of get a hang of like the calculating and stuff like that, it's pretty fun. This enemy also gave us a potion. This potion, if applied, weakens creatures and makes them deal only 25% less damage. And then this also makes them vulnerable, which means that they take 50% more damage. So if you're giving them like, you know, like 6 damage, you give them an additional 3. So it's 6 plus 3, which is 9. So yeah. Is that how you do it? Is that how you do percentages? I think so. Okay. Next, deal 15 damage. Next turn, draw 2 cards. Deal 8 damage. Deals 4 additional damage for each card discard. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is because so if you look at my deck, I have a lot of cards that I can benefit from if I have shivs. This card helps me increase... this card gives me the ability to have my shivs attack all enemies. This card gives me shivs. There's another card that gives me shivs, this one. So I think I'm just gonna add another of the same card. This one also, we already have this card, but you can have multiple copies of a card. And sometimes that's a good strategy. Okay, I'm gonna heal because I am 35 out of 70. And now I am full health. Okay, we have finished fighting all these little rascals and getting, you know, our buffs and debuffs. So now this is the Act 1 boss. This guy is the boss of today, okay? So we're gonna enter the arena. This is like Elden Ring. I know he looks really tiny, but he's really strong. Let me move myself over here. Okay. So this guy is no joke, okay? He's not like the other small fries here. He's an actual boss. So, this is the boss. He's really short, but you know. And these are his little minions. So, obviously the boss has the most health. He's gonna be attacking us for 8. This guy's gonna be attacking us for 5. This guy wants to buff himself, so you can kind of ignore him for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the boss's damage down a bit. He only damages us for 6, which is better. I think what I will do is I will play my Shiv's card because I have a lot of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kill the small ones first so that they don't add damage upon me. So I'll try to get rid of this guy as fast as I can. This boss is like Enna and the Alouette. Really? I don't think this looks like the Alouette at all. I have 2 more energy. I think I'll use one of my defense cards. And then I'll deal 1 last damage to this little guy. So I got 5 damage, but that's okay because we had full health, so we still have a good amount of health. So if you want to, I can show you guys how to use potions. So we got this one from the last battle, and basically I already read this out loud, but you can read it again here. I can apply it to like all of them, which is good because it makes them weaker and it makes my attacks more strong. I have this power card, which is great. So, unfortunately, I don't have any cards this turn that will give me any shivs, but if I play this power card, I get shivs from it, which is already really good. But if I had another card that gave me more shivs, I can attack more this turn. But, you know, 4 is already enough, in my opinion. And that will be applied for, like, the whole combat. So, whenever I have, like... whenever another card that gives me shivs appears, I'm gonna be able to apply the damage to all 3 of them, instead of just 1. But that's a really good card. Unfortunately, that card is really expensive and it cost me like 2 energy, so now I only have 1 energy to spend on either of these cards. And I'm looking at this and they are giving me quite a bit of damage. 6... plus 2 is 8, and then plus 5 is too much. So I think what I'm gonna do is... I'm not gonna defend myself because that is not my character. You know, I'm not a pussy. I can take like fucking 100 damage, whatever. I'm gonna play this card because this card makes my shivs more powerful. I'm gonna try to kill this guy first. Bye-bye. He does the least damage, which is not strategic. You might want to aim for this guy. But I just want to kill him because killing him is great. But also, remember that power card? Yeah. It makes me damage everyone. So everyone gets a little bit of damage. So whatever. So now I just took out that guy. So I get like -2 damage. But I still get like a good like 11. But whatever. We can tank it because we're not pussies. Fuck you guys. So now this guy wants to do complicated math. He's like 4 times 2. What's that? I don't know. 8. So that's already quite a bit of damage. 3 times 3. What's that, guys? What's 3 times 3? 9. So what's 9 plus 8? Too much. Okay. Well, now they're getting serious. But I think I can kill this guy. So then I can eliminate that amount of damage, right? Okay. So I am going to pull out this card again. It will give me shivs. And remember that power card that we played last turn? That's right. If I play this, it'll be applied to both of them. Yippee! And I have another card that will give me shivs, so I can apply more damage. Unfortunately, I did not get to kill this guy. And I have a choice. I can either attack this more, but he will not die because I only have 5 damage and he has like 16 HP. Or I can defend. So this turn, I will be a little bit of a pussy. I will just block. So if I didn't have that block, I would have taken way more damage. But since I did, I took a little bit less. So that was, you know, more strategic. So now we can definitely kill this guy. I think. Actually, maybe not. So unfortunately, sometimes what you draw in your card can happen like this. Like maybe this guy only has like 16 HP and you might not have enough attack to actually kill him off, and because the game just gives you like a whole bunch of like discard cards. Sorry, not discard cards, defend cards. So we'll just do our best, okay? So unfortunately, this game really hates me, and I don't have any other attack cards. I only have defense, and he only has 2 HP. And yeah, sometimes it just happens, you know? Sometimes the game kind of goes like, oh yeah? You wanna be like that? Okay, fuck you. So literally, this little guy has 2 HP. I don't have any other attack. All my other cards are block. So, and I don't even actually have to block. I could block. I could just play this card, do this. It would not matter. Like, I don't know what I'm blocking. I have so much block, I'm just kind of like, why do I even need this? Whatever. Now he's saying some weird kakwa, whatever that means. Okay, now we can definitely kill off this guy. But what I want to do first is I want to weaken the boss's attack first. So he wants to attack me for 10. I'm gonna make it 7. So that's good, because that card never costs me anything. Okay, now I can kill this guy really, really easily, but you still want to be kind of like strategic about it. So I have 3 energy. What I could do... Okay, so this is how you can get strategic. You have 3 energy, which means you can play either 3 of the 1 energy cards, or if you want to play this 2 energy card, you will only have 1 energy left for another card. So this card says that if I play this card, every other card will have like... will give damage +2 to like an enemy. But this deals 9 damage, and we really don't need 9 for this little guy, because he only needs to die from like anything above 2. So what I can do is I can apply the 9 damage to this guy to get that little like buff. And I can use either strike or poison stab on this guy, but the thing is like applying poison when he's almost dead is kind of like unnecessary, but applying poison to the boss because he has so much more HP is a little bit smarter, because you want to make sure that he gets damage every turn. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the strike on this guy, kill him off, and then also use this on the boss. So now this boss is poisoned and he gets like a little bit more damage. I don't have any... Well, I did have block, but I didn't want to use this card. But I don't have any more energy to use defense, so I'm just gonna be tanking the 7. So I will have 40 health left after he attacks me. Hi, Uki! Hello, hello! Yeah. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome! I'm giving a bootleg tutorial on how to play Slay the Spire. Hi, Stargazers. Hope you guys had a good stream. I know this says Zatsudan, but I swear it's still a Zatsudan. I'm talking about how to play Slay the Spire by an amateur herself. Okay, so continuing on. So now all this little fucker's minions are gone, okay? He had 2 minions, we killed them all. Now it's just him. Fucking, what's his name? Kin Priest. Kin Priest wants to attack me for 10 damage. I have 40 health, I could probably tank it, but maybe not a good idea. You know, it's just a lot. So, for this turn, specifically, since I only have defend and strike cards, I'm gonna be a pussy. I will defend myself. I'm still gonna get a little bit of an attack because 10 minus 9 is 1. So I will be tanking the 1, but you know, that's just 1, so it's fine. And I'm just gonna use my strike to get his health down a little bit. And the 2 damage that he just received was from my poison, so don't forget about that. Okay, why are you hiding? I'm not hiding, I'm just trying not to block all the stuff on the screen. Okay, so now the boss, this boss motherfucker, wants to attack us for 15, because 5 times 3 is 15! Enna Sensei! 15! Yes! No, not gas, because that hurts. If he gives us 15 damage, this is gonna bring our health bar all the way here, and that's a little low. So we don't really want that. So, wow, what a coincidence. We have gained 15 block, and all I have to do is discard 1 card. So I have enough block for the 15, and I can just, discard this defend card because I won't be using it anyways. Now, we get to finish off this motherfucker. So, you could choose... I would recommend in this scenario to play this card because you get additional damage. And then I would play this card afterwards because this card gives you the additional shivs, which cost, as you can see, 0 energy. Because we only have 2 left, and these 2 will be enough to, use up all our energy. So I will be playing this card. He gets damage 6, and then whenever I play another card, it will be +2. So I'll be playing this. This card gives me 2 free shivs. It will deal 3 damage, but the additional 2. So that was a really good, kind of like, decision. Okay, so thankfully he doesn't want to attack us his next turn, but he does intend to buff, so we have to be careful of that. We try to get rid of him as fast as possible. Unfortunately, half of my cards are defense cards because this game hates me! So I'm just gonna apply some damage and just strike this bitch. Okay, he's played his turn, so... Sometimes you just have to realize that these enemies play their turns really quickly, so you don't even realize when they've played their turns. But basically, he's already played his turn, buffed himself up. So after my turn, he's gonna be like, more powerful and attack me with 12 damage. We don't want that, so I'm gonna use this card that costs 0 energy and take his damage down from 12 to 9. That's much better. I have 13 block, so I can afford that. That only costs me 1 energy. Now I'm good. I don't have to worry about that 9 damage that he's about to shove up my ass. And now I can go on the offense. So I'm gonna strike him with my strike 7 damage. And now I'm gonna also play this card that gives me free shivs. So basically we're doing the same thing that we did with other enemies, but depending on what card that we play first, it can really buff the other cards or, the upcoming attacks that you want to play. So I think you guys might be hopefully getting the pattern of it, because I only have 18 cards in my deck. So basically my strategy has been the same. Block a little bit, play this card that gives you additional damage, and then play the damage. That's about it, So he's almost dead. He only has like 29 HP left. But he still wants to hurt us for 12. And this game insists that I use defense cards. So you know what, I will use 1. Because I have like 4 defense cards. So he's gonna be attacking us for 12, and I only have 10 blocks, which means that I won't be able to block the last 2. But I could, because my only other attack card is the strike, which I played, and I have 1 more energy. So might as well just block all of it. So now I have 20 block because each defend card is 10 block. And 20 is kind of overkill, but in this case, I didn't have anything else in my hand, so... yeah. Alright, he's almost dead, and I'm pretty sure we could probably kill him. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But he wants to attack us for 7 times 3. That's 21. So just imagine 39 minus 21. That will basically bring me really low. So even though we might be able to kill him, I mean, some people will probably be able to do the math really quickly, but I can't because I'm dumb and I'm too lazy. So I will always try to neutralize, which means I'll bring his attack damage down, and this card costs me nothing. So now we brought his attack from 21 to 15, which is much better. Why are you saying 23? 7 times 3 is not 23, is it? No, it's not. Don't gaslight me. I'm taking out a calculator. No way it's 23. I'm not that bad at math. Bitch! 7 times 3 is 21. What the fuck are you saying 23? Don't lie to me. I'm Chinese. I'm good at math. No, I misheard you. Yeah, you better misheard me. Fuck 23. I'll be like, no way, man. I've always been taught that 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, anyways, I think we could possibly kill him. Let's play this card first because, again, it will give us that +2 additional. Okay, he only has 12 HP left, so we'll deal 5 damage plus the 2. Now he has 5 HP left. And what do you know? We have just enough. Deal 5 damage. Boom, he's dead, guys. And we have defeated the Act 1 boss. Yippee! Fucking 23. 23 my ass. Okay, guys, and that's how you play Slay the Spire. So, whenever you defeat a boss, like the Act boss, you get a lot of gold. You get a relic. This one says upgraded attacks deal 3 additional damage. We don't have any upgraded attacks though, but we will upgrade them, you know, if I continue this run. We get another relic. So it says at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's really good. And then we get 3 special gold cards. So these are the cards that are usually really, really good. Usually, not always. You could skip, but I really recommend you not to because these are usually the cards that everybody likes. So this one is deal 10 damage to all enemies. And that would be really good because remember we have this power that says shivs now hit all enemies. Add 4 shivs into your hand. And we have all these other cards that give us free shivs. So if we combine those cards together, basically we'll be dealing a lot of like AoE. Because this will be damaging all enemies, plus if we played this power card, we will be damaging all enemies for every shiv card that we take. So now my deck is starting to look like a deck where I'm able to attack multiple enemies at once. So now I see why this game is addicting. Yeah, it's really fun! The middle one says, whenever you draw a card this turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. This is really good too! This means that when this card is played, and I play another card, the poison will just be applied. And poison stacks, which is good. Stacking poison means that, you know, it's like addition. You add. So if you added 2 poison, and then you have this other card that like, it's just like an attack card, it will just add 2 poison again. So that's cool. That's like to all enemies too. And then the last card is called Murder. It says deal 1 damage. Deals 1 additional damage for each card drawn this combat. That's pretty straightforward. So if I were the one picking, I would pick either these 2 because I think they work well with what's already in my deck. We have all the good cards that we can use to attack multiple enemies and not just one by one. So I think what I will do is I will get this card because I personally like stacking poison because it's really useful. I didn't really get to show off the poison factor of this character because of, you know, we didn't really get too much choices for poison cards, but there's like multiple ways to play a single character. And, you know, like for the Silent, this character, you can do poison build, you can do shiv build. So for this particular playthrough, I chose the shiv build because they kind of gave us more shiv cards, so it kind of leaned that way. You don't have any draw yet? You need to draw for that card? Oh shit, did I not read it properly? Whenever you draw a card this turn. Oh shit. Well, I misread it. So this is what happens. It happens all the time. Sometimes you miss a sentence or you misread it and then you think that it works a certain way, but it doesn't. But it happens all the time. So that's a good example of what can happen. And you know, it's kind of like these moments where it's fun too because you're like, oh no, I misread. Like I shouldn't have picked that card. Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's whatever. Okay, so unfortunately, I do have to go soon because I have an appointment with my doctor. But basically, the next round is like the same thing. This is the Act 2 boss. It's exactly the same thing that we did earlier. You know, you start off meeting a entity that kind of gives you a buff most of the time. Sometimes they don't. They also healed us, so we're back to full health. Thank you very much. You get to choose one of these. They're all pretty good. It's whatever. Let's just pick a random one. You can read it and, you know, it'll tell you what the words mean, like neutralize or whatever. Let's just pick one. So it says choose a card to enchant. Enchanting is basically just like a buff. So let's pick this one. What is the enchant? Oh, yeah. So this card is played automatically at the start of each combat. So that's pretty good. Okay, so, you know, you just kind of apply it to... Basically, you want to upgrade your favorite cards that you know that will be useful in every battle. And then everything else is the same, you know, you go through, you pick a route, you go through fighting little enemies, you gacha, you rest, you take some treasure, you meet a big enemy, and then you get to the end, and you fight the Act 2 boss. And then after that, you fight the Act 3 boss, which will be much more stronger. Unfortunately, I do have to go, so I can't finish the whole run. But I hope that, you know, I did my best explaining. I didn't explain everything, because, you know, I didn't get a chance to. But I hope just this little bit of explanation kind of encourages people to play the game themselves, because it's really, really, really fun. I think it's more fun with friends, but, you know, for example, Millie is really good at this game, and she's really good at soloing too, and I think a lot of my friends play solo as well, so it's definitely just as fun solo. And yeah, we basically, Finana, Ethyria, Millie, and I do like Slay the Spire collab streams every week now. So I just kind of hope that you guys are watching and understanding. I know we go much faster because I'm not kind of explaining like, oh, this card gives me 3 shifts, remember, and we also applied this power, remember, so that means that every shift that I play gets applied to all enemies. So we go really fast like that, but, you know, it's just a matter of, like, recognizing the card because you've just been playing it over and over again. So yeah, I really encourage everyone in the chat who's interested to play this game. This is not sponsored, I just really like this game. Yeah, I hope you guys can try it out. It's a really, really fun game, and even somebody who doesn't really like card games like me find it really enjoyable. Yeah. Also, I'm not really good at teaching or explaining, so I probably didn't do a super good job, but I hope the basics kind of get you guys into this game. You guys have a collab of playing Slay the Spire 2 this week? Yeah, we do! It's going to be... literally tomorrow! Tomorrow night at 7 PM. Tomorrow I have 2 streams. In the morning I have a collab with Kohaku. And then in the evening it's our weekly Slay the Spire. So we're gonna be playing it 7 PM EST, 1 AM CEST, sorry Europeans, and then 8 AM JST, sorry JST. So yeah, if you're interested, we'll be playing. We're on Ascension 8. Oh yeah, before I forget, like, this was only I don't even think this was an Ascension. So basically you play these, it has the same pattern, but as you go up the Ascension, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it gets way harder. So, you know, Ascension 1, 2, 3, it's not that hard. It's kind of gonna be similar to what it looked like today. But when you get to like Ascension 8 or even 7, sometimes it's like the enemies do way more damage. They do like 60 plus damage, so you really have to block. Like, for example, I only have like 70 health, so imagine like a boss doing 60 damage, and sometimes you don't even have your whole health. So you have to be really picky about like the relics, and you have to be picky about your deck and not having too much. So that's more like advanced stuff, but basically this game is never really boring because you never have the same deck. You can always play the same character a different way. and the monsters kind of just like find different ways to eat your ass, you know? So that's why it's fun. Yeah, picky about the plays on when to trade damage to take and give. Yeah, so sometimes, even though sometimes I like to go for offense, if I don't defend, I could really fuck up the run for myself and for my team. So you kind of have to be a pussy sometimes and just block. Like, stuff like that. Okay, guys. I'm gonna finish reading the super chats and then I gotta go. Okay, that was so much fun. I loved explaining this game. I hope it wasn't boring, and I know maybe some of you guys thought we would just do the Zatsudan, but I did plan on kind of explaining this a little bit because I saw that some of you guys were interested in knowing more about this game, so I just wanted to, you know, explain it as best as I could. The Enna explaining was great. Yeah! Maybe we can do a solo Slay the Spire so I can explain better or something. Okay, so... The Bomb, Tao, and Pinkerton, thank you so much for the AFK Supa. Thank you, thank you! Charles Wu, thank you so much for the Supa. He's just a little guy. Why do you have to kill him? I have to because if I don't kill this little guy, I can't teach you guys how to play the game. It's for you guys. I need to rewatch your tutorial because I low-key fell asleep. That's okay, because I understand. I'm like always tired too. C-Town, thank you so much for the Supa. At work today, so couldn't watch much live, but I see you're playing Slay the Spire too, so I'm looking forward to figuring out how we ended up here. Hope you have a nice rest of your day, Anna. Thank you so much for dropping by, even though you were at work. I wasn't really playing the game because, you know, I was more a tutorial for teaching you guys what's going on in this game, so I hope this will inspire you to play this game because it's really fun. Congrats on your cover with Octavia. The harmonies are amazing. Can't believe you had him blocked. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for listening. Thankfully he told me and he is unblocked and free. Nicola, thank you so much for the Supa. Love you, my Kamiyoshi. Hope I can send more soon. Thank you! Thank you very much. What is your wisdom of the day? My wisdom of the day is keep track of time because I gotta go soon. Pinkerton, thank you for the 1 gifted. Caraway, thank you for the 5. Vicky, thank you for the new member. Max, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Hung Doa, thank you for membering. Thank you, thank you. Michael, thank you for membering as well. And if you guys have received a gifted membership, please say thank you. Pinky, thank you again for the 1 as well. Cello Kick or Cello Sis? I don't know how to pronounce. I'm so sorry. Cello, thank you so much for joining members. And Mishushi, thank you for the 1 gifted. Max, thank you again for the 1 gifted. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun talking about Slay the Spire and how to play, and also talking about the collabs I was desperately trying not to hint at for many, many months. So yeah, it's finally all out. GHD, thank you so much for the dono. Thanks for the Yap stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Waitan, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the Akadono. My poor poverty-stricken Kamiyoshi. Hope your phone charging woes is alleviated. I don't think it... I literally have my phone charged all the time. I don't know why. There's something wrong with this phone. I keep thinking that maybe it's the cable or something, but I'm pretty sure this phone is just super overused. So, I'll try to get that fixed. Ask my manager about it, but thank you very much. Thank you for your pity, Supa, or dono. Thank you. Okay, guys. You inspired me to try the game. Oh my god, that's all I wanted. So please check it out. It's so fun, guys. So then we can all play together, and then I'll be happy. Okay, guys. I gotta go. I need to go. I need to go to my appointment. So Have a good day. Have a good night. Please sleep and eat if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I have 2 streams, 2 collabs. I'm in my extroverted arc. Goodbye, everyone. Love you all.